मेघल, विद्या अलंकार के इस शिक्षा प्रांगण में आप सभी का सहर्ष हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। I warmly welcome you all to Vidya Alankar Institute of Technology's Guidance Seminar on Engineering Admission 2023-24. American civil engineer Nathan Darty once said, "The ideal engineer is a composite. He's not a scientist. He's not a mathematician. He's not a sociologist or a writer, but he may use the knowledge and techniques of any or all of these disciplines in solving engineering problems." Yes, engineers are people who are highly skilled at solving problems using novel and unique methods. So, we appreciate your decision as a first step towards aspiring to become a skilled engineer. In this seminar, we intend to provide solutions to all your queries pertaining to engineering admissions. We will also guide the engineering aspirants about the importance of various engineering branches and their future scope too. Chartered Engineer of Institution of Engineers, India. Then we have with us Mr. Nitin S. Kumawar, Director, Co-founder and CEO, Grok Learning Private Limited. We also have with us Mr. Vivek Vijay Kelshikar, Sales, Pre-Sales, Bid Management Solution Architect. And last but not the least, we have with us Dr. Vipul Dalal, Professor and Head, Department of Information Technology, VIT. I also extend a warm welcome to the esteemed dignitaries gracing this occasion, the visionary leaders of Team Vidya Alankar, and each and every participant who has joined our event today. Before moving ahead, I would like to give you a quick overview of the flow of this seminar. In the first half of the seminar, we have introduction of the esteemed panelists, followed by panel discussion, which will be moderated by Dr. Vipul Dalal, followed by a question and answer round. In the second half of the seminar, we have details on admission process by Ms. Richa Kulkarni and her team from Vidya Alankar. This would be followed by an interactive question and answer session by the audience. That is, you all can answer and ask questions and we will answer your questions. जैसा कि हम सभी को विदित है कि संस्कृति और परंपरा पर न्यौछावर भारत की इस पावन भूमि पर हर कार्य का शुभारंभ मां सरस्वती की आराधना से ही होता है। तो आइए शिक्षा और ज्ञान की इस यात्रा पर निकलने से पहले साथ मिलकर आह्वान करते हैं मां शारदे का। To begin this auspicious occasion, keeping up with our beautiful Indian tradition of invoking Goddess Saraswati, may I now request you all to please rise for the Saraswati Vandana. Apte Madam, an associate professor in the Department of Information Technology. She works in close association with the principal in handling significant communication and documentation responsibilities with various external regulatory and accreditation bodies such as AICTE, Directorate of Technical Education Maharashtra, University of Mumbai, NBA, and NAC. She also looks into fulfilling the requirements of the institute as well as supervises the overall functioning of multiple committee activities and campus events at the institute. As Professor Varsha Bhosle Madam is occupied with important official commitments, I would request Professor Meenakshi Nandula, who is the Department Academic Officer for First Year Engineering, to read out the address of our Vice Principal Madam on her behalf and to enlighten the audience about our institute and the recently conferred autonomous status to VIT. I would request Madam to come.
Namaste and warm welcome to one and all. Honorable expert panelists for today's guidance seminar on Engineering Admission 23-24, aspiring engineering students, their parents, joining from various locations, members of Vidyalankar and my colleagues. On behalf of Professor Varsha Bhosle, Vice Principal, Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, I extend a very warm welcome to the panelists, Mr. Anand Garpure, Mr. Nitin Komawar, and Mr. Vivek Kelshikar. VIT is really grateful to the experts for being with us today in spite of their busy schedules. I take this opportunity to give a brief overview of the institute to the esteemed audience. Vidyalankar Institute of Technology is run by Vidyalankar Jnanapeeth Trust, which has its genesis in the Vidyalankar group of educational institutions and is committed to achieving excellence in education. VIT was established in the year 1999 under the dynamic leadership of late Professor Chandrasekhar Deshpande. The institute started its journey with 3 undergraduate engineering courses, and going ahead on its journey of growth, currently the institute offers 5 undergraduate engineering courses, namely information technology, computer engineering, electronics and computer science, electronics and telecommunication engineering, and biomedical engineering. We also offer 2 postgraduate engineering courses, namely computer engineering and electronics and telecommunication engineering. A postgraduate course in management studies as well, and 2 doctoral programs in computer engineering and electronics and telecommunication engineering. The institute was awarded with A-grade certification by Maharashtra state government in 2005. The institute is accredited by TCS and has several MOUs with leading organizations. All the 5 undergraduate engineering programs are accredited by National Board of Accreditation or NBA. The institute is recognized under 2F and 12B of the UGC Act. In March 2019, the institute achieved accreditation with an A+ grade from NAC with a score of 3.41 in our very first cycle itself. VIT has digitally enabled learning environment through excellent ambience to meet the needs of the millennials, competent and passionate faculty, and social commitments with outreach activities. With the autonomous status granted by UGC and the University of Mumbai, the institute has academic autonomy in which the institute can prescribe its own syllabus. These courses can be restructured and redesigned to suit the industry changing needs and as per national and global standards. Apart from the curricula, the institute regularly offers short-term courses, internships for the benefit of students, and a lot of emphasis is given on effective student engagement to enhance experiential learning. The institute's student-friendly, uniquely designed infrastructure received internationally acclaimed Design Share Honor Award for innovative school design and architectural excellence in 2007. The state-of-the-art auditorium has won the top institutional theater design at the Interior Design Best of the Year Awards in December 2014. The institute has received the Distinguished College Award at Tech Next India 2017, jointly organized by CSI and Spoken Tutorial IIT Mumbai. The institute has also been conferred with the Best Institute Award for Innovative Pedagogical Approaches and Tools by CSI Mumbai chapter in Tech Next India 2019. Recently, the institute has bagged 4 research projects with a funding of 24 lakhs from Technology Innovation Hub, Internet of Things, IIT Bombay, under the Chanakya Fellowship Program, and students and faculty are currently working on these projects. With the vision of the new education system of India, given in the National Education Policy 2020, and by statutory bodies like UGC, AICTE, Directorate of Technical Education, and University of Mumbai, efforts are made by all to strengthen higher and technical education in our country. The vision of New India of the Honorable Prime Minister can only be achieved if we all help each other and grow together. Today's guidance seminar on engineering admissions shall be a good place to understand technical know-how from the industry experts, engineering admission process, the various engineering branches, scope, opportunities, challenges, emerging areas, and future trends in engineering. So on this note, I once again extend my heartfelt welcome to the panel experts, engineering aspirants, parents, and hope that this webinar gives clear insights into your future goal ahead. So I would like to end with APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's words. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Professor Meenakshi Nandula, Madam. Dear aspirants, VIT is known to spread the radiance of knowledge and education far and wide. Inspired by the philosophy of student delight, every year, VIT continues to progress in multiple spheres with a sole purpose to groom our students and make them competent professionals. Along with nurturing engineering and management talents at the undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral levels, the Institute also facilitates an academic and research environment that is conducive to knowledge creation. And moving ahead, I was given a brief introduction of all our experts sitting here, achievers, successful people. So I would be reading that out. लेकिन जब ये तैयार कर रही थी, तो 3 पंक्तियां मेरे दिलो दिमाग में आई इन सबका प्रोफाइल पढ़ते हुए आपसे शेयर करना चाहती हूँ. आप सभी को समर्पित है, सादर समर्पित. मैं चला था घर से कुछ बनने, मैं चला था घर से कुछ बनने, और रास्ते में आती गई मुश्किलें बेशुमार. मैं चला था घर से कुछ बनने और रास्ते में आती गई मुश्किलें बेशुमार. परेशान था, क्या होगा, क्या करूंगा. परेशान था, क्या होगा, क्या करूंगा, कैसे होगा, कैसे करूंगा. परेशान था, क्या होगा, क्या करूंगा, कैसे होगा, कैसे करूंगा. हाँ, मैं चला था घर से कुछ बनने. हाँ, मैं चला था घर से कुछ बनने, और देखो आज सभी की प्रेरणा बन गया हूं, और देखो आज सभी की प्रेरणा बन गया हूं. Can I have a round of applause for all of them, please? Let me now introduce our experts for today's guidance seminar. The very first expert that we have with us today is Mr. Anand Suhas Gharpure. Mr. Anand Suhas Gharpure did his BE in electronics from University of Pune. He has also completed the post-diploma in medical electronics and diploma in industrial electronics. He is a chartered engineer of Institute of Engineers, India, senior member of IEEE USA, fellow of IE and IETE, and member of Aeronautical Society of India. He is an awardee of IETE Flight Lieutenant Tanmani Dhandas Memorial Award 2015 for design and development of avionics for MIG 27 vibration measurement. He is chair of IEEE Bombay section, Maharashtra, Goa, and ExCom member for last 12 years. He has also been past chair of Young Professional Affinity Group in 2015 and 16. He is external examiner for University of Pune. He has been invited for expert talks at various institutes, including VJTI, NIT Raipur, BITS Goa, and delivered more than 75 talks on embedded systems and entrepreneurship. Professionally, he runs the avionics development company in Nasik, which caters to Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian Army, along with DPSUs like HAL. The company has been approved as design house from CEMILAC and approved by Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, DSIR, as in-house and R&D center. He also manages the electronics testing laboratory, which is accredited by NABL as per ISO 17025 2005 and approved by DGA QA, which carries out the environmental testing for electronics products. Can I have a round of applause for him, please? Now, coming to the profile of Mr. Nitin S. Kumawar, I would like to share that he is director, co-founder, and CEO, Grok Learning Private Limited. Mr. Nitin S. Kumawar has more than 25 years of global experience in the technology industry. He has co-founded and managed multiple innovative technology companies in Silicon Valley, USA, and India. An entrepreneur who is passionate about bringing new innovations to the market. He launched one of the first commercial Java products in the world for data analytics in 1999, which was successfully acquired, built an innovative B2B hosted platform for transactions processing in 2002, which was acquired by BEA Oracle. He also launched one of the first IoT companies in 2007, which was successfully acquired. Can I have a round of applause for him, please? Our next expert is Mr. Vivek Vijay Kilshekar. And again, like the others, he has a long profile. Well, he has his expertise in business intelligence and analytics, reporting, and presentations. Oracle database and application-based query analysis, VMware-based platform designing, integration expertise in HL7, DICOM, IHE, XTS, EMPI, solution designing on high availability, disaster recovery and business continuity, cloud computing, teleradiology, multi-site solutions consultancy. He has worked with implementation and service teams for workflow, integration analysis, and solution deployment at the hospitals, clinics, and data centers. He has an understanding of databases, hospital protocols, workflows, and medical informatives related applications. He has been recognized for exemplary contributions across sales, strategy, industry analysis, account and product portfolio growth, ownership and strategic alliances through combined multidisciplinary experience. He has been formulating all-round development of performance-driven culture within the team with accountability for profitability, forecasting and preparing plans for new revenue generation and business growth. Developed new business models and redefined business processes to remain competitive in the changing global environment. He is leading a team of energetic professionals and has managed large teams. He is skilled in motivating, training, and mentoring them on fundamentals of business processes. Can I have a round of applause for him too, please? And last but not the least, we have with us our Dr. Vipul Dalal sir, who is a professor and head of the Department of Information Technology with a 20 years plus experience of teaching in technical institutions. Mr. Dalal has 34 publications in national and international conferences and journals, Scopus indexed publications. And he has strong fundamental knowledge of engineering subjects like databases, image processing, object-oriented programming. Dr. Dalal has experience in handling advanced subjects like machine learning, data warehousing, and data mining. His research areas are machine learning, deep networks, and natural language processing. He is also an approved PhD guide from University of Mumbai and an approved PG teacher and examiner from University of Mumbai. He has also guided numerous UG and PG level projects. He has successfully led his department to get accreditation from NBA, India, up to assessment year 2025, successfully represented the department to get fresh autonomous status to the institute from UGC up to assessment year 2032. And Professor Dalal is also a lovely individual. So I would, like to welcome Dr. Vipul Dalal, who is professor, again, I'm repeating it, who is a professor and head Department of Information Technology, VIT. And he's also the moderator for this panel discussion. So I would just request, sir, to start with the first half of this guidance seminar. Please, sir.
Hello, am I audible? Yes. Okay, so good morning, one and all, and warm welcome to this guidance seminar. As introduced by Dr. Bharti, myself, Vipul Dalal. I'm heading Information Technology Department in Talent College of Technology, and I'm working in this institute since 2004. So almost 18 years I've worked in this particular institute. Okay, so we all have gathered here for engineering admissions. Okay, we call it mission admission. But why it is called mission admission? Okay, because just like any other missions in our life, we want to succeed certain missions of our life. Okay, this particular stage in your life is going to decide your entire career, entire future. Okay, which college you want to get admission and which college actually you will get. Which particular stream you would like to pursue and which actually you will get will decide your entire future. So we at Vidyalankar believe that all the engineering aspirants and as well as the guardians, the parents must be guided properly through this entire process. Not only admission process, but various domains. Okay, which domains have, which particular domain has which type of scope in your future, in long-term future. Okay, so that all aspirants and their parents can take well thought and like proper decision at this particular stage. Okay, so how we can guide them? Not only VIT, not only faculty members of VIT. Okay, if you have seen the lobby area outside M101, we have various desks available from the different departments. They are there to guide you. But along with that, we have invited various experts who have experience in their domains, more than 20-25 years of experience. They have seen ups and downs because ups and downs are part of life. Every field has its own ups and downs. So they have seen ups and downs of their particular domain and they have successfully passed those ups and downs. Okay, so they are here to guide us. Now this guidance will be through a panel discussion. Okay, so we have prepared a kind of certain questions. Okay, and we will tell them to throw light on this particular different points. Okay, so starting with very fundamental question, like Mr. Nitin, what is the most important aspect of engineering education? Hello?
Yes, what you are. Sorry, it's a very important question. Yes, we're all joining for the engineering branches, but you have to also look at how the world has changed in the last 10-15 years because of the innovation in technology. Okay, engineering is a broad word. So at the core of it, problem solving is the most important skill that we all have to learn. And the reason I'm saying that most of the CEOs of big companies right now, And they said we're trying to hire engineers. And we all talk about Java, Python, whatever, right? But don't think at that level, right? So look at what industry is saying. Industry is saying we're looking for good engineers who are problem solvers, thought leaders, and who are hands-on. And it is very critical to have that problem solving skills.
Okay, so how would the industry function in next 10 years? And in this regard, what is expected from engineering graduates? So when they pass out and when they face the real world, what are the expectations from them? Anand sir? Okay.
Okay, again, good morning, everyone. And that's a very good question. Like when we talk about what will happen in next 10 years, so for that, let me go back the past 10 years or the past 20 years, how we look at it. So when I became an engineering graduate and when I went into the industry, I would say that, okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. Like, after passing the engineering, when you go to the industry, it is a huge gap. So what you learn in engineering and what you see in engineering is completely different. So the colleges, I would say, that always are trying to catch up with let's say the technology that's happening in the industry. Like industry is always running forward. So when we speak about again the next 10 years, you will always see that okay, the technology is going ahead. But then as let's say the new engineering graduates, when you enter the industry, you have to start catching up with that knowledge. Maybe at that point in time, you have to acquire new skills as well. What I'm seeing again from the technology point of view, if I talk in terms of the curve, it is an exponential curve, and the curve is going very fast. So what we were doing 10 years back is no longer we are doing it in our industry. And later on, I will come with some examples to give you or validate my point. In the same way, my perception is the technology is going very fast. And what we are seeing today, and again, as you know that I'm coming from the biomedical side of, let's say, the industry, I would say that when you visit the hospital, the instrumentation or the technology which is used by the doctors today, it will not be used in next 10 years. So it will be definitely going forward. And for that, you really need an engineering mind, and along with that, some innovative skills to adapt yourselves to catch up with those things.
So basically what is expected is no matter what you learn in 4 years, you should be adapted. Whatever changes are happening around you, okay, if you catch up with those changes and adapt to those changes, then you can be more successful.
No, definitely, you have to be always adaptive because the industry will always, it will not wait for you. So it will always have, just give you an example. Now you all know about AI. So AI is very much into all the fields around environmental. But AI is not yet completely adopted by the industry. The ones we have green signal from, let's say, the regulatory authorities, AI will take us to, let's say, a different level. So for example, people say that we do not need doctors anymore, which will not be true at any point in time. So, but AI will definitely make a revolution in the industry, and that revolution is nobody is able to predict it at this point in time. So we are going to see what it can bring as per, let's say, the changes in the industry, the new technology, and where it will take us in next few years.
I think it's important to also understand the speed at which the innovation is happening. So when I say this, what took 100 years can happen in now 2 years, because the tools are getting very powerful. And it is a multidisciplinary integrated approach while the tools are getting stronger. Right? AI, IoT, robotics, all of these have been part of everything. So if you think what is going beyond 10 years, it's anyway a race between the machines and the human going forward. Because AI is going to get much smarter, and we are transferring the human intelligence to machine. So what does it mean to us? Can we say our role is over? No, absolutely not. So I think what will happen is the tools will get stronger and stronger, and we have to develop ourselves in a way to be original thinker so that I can use the tool and solve the bigger problems. So this process will continue in every industry vertical. So that's how I'm looking at the skills of how we prepare our stuff after 10 years or maybe 5 years down the line.
Uh, Now, this particular, because I'm also handling admissions, okay. For first year and direct second year engineering, like I also handle admissions, and many aspirants and many parents, whenever they come, is Forms branch available? We say, oh, it's good. Is IT available? Means everyone is asking for computer science, computer engineering, or information technology. Okay, now this straight question is to Anand sir. Like everyone is asking for computer engineering and information technology. So according to you, is engineering defined by only these two domains?
See, somehow it's like now. Though ऐसे to learn the process, slowly identify the problem. But that's the beginning of the start. You don't identify the right problem. कैच कर रहा है YouTube लगा resume जैसे so that one skill is very important. Second, I think we all have to learn economics. Even a problem statement we have 10 solutions, but is it a economical viable solution? Otherwise, we cannot be successful.
ये जो माइक है ना सिल्वर वाला
You have to learn
3 सेकंड का डिले ऑन करने के बाद 3 सेकंड के बाद चालू होता है.
in a very thoughtful way. You can't write like 2 pages. Can you articulate the story in 5 lines? What is the problem I'm trying to solve? Why is it a problem? What is my competition? What is unique about my solution? And in today's context, when we talk about go-to-market, right? It's a function of business model. So it's a combination of economics, technology, and everything. So I think those skills needs to come in, okay? And you have to be hands-on. Absolutely, you have to be hands-on from the first year. You want to start a company that's in third year itself. What does hands-on mean? Learn problem-solving skills. Tools are getting more powerful. Use multidisciplinary approach. Also understand economics. So you know what to go to US state programs and undergrad level. It's a combination of technology, business, economics, and everything. I think that is needed for everybody. It doesn't matter if you want to do a startup or even looking for a job. Every good company looking at people as a thought leader. That means you're going to be a mini CEO, a group leader, with the thinking of entrepreneurship. So I think that is important.
Vivek sir, you have a lot of experience working abroad, and you might have seen many Indian graduates working over there. So like, what is the importance that should be given to learning abroad? That is, after doing undergraduate, if they want to pursue MS in USA or any other country. And do you think it causes brain drain? Will it affect like Indian economy or Indian institutions?
Okay, let me address first the brain drain when we talk about it. Brain drain is not going and studying abroad. So that is first thing. So
Correct.
you can take education.
But once they go for MS, they never come back.
Yes,
that is a problem.
Quite a big
Yeah.
percentage of people, but look at business as
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them, they do not come back for various reasons. So if I tell you my experience mainly from Middle East or Europe, or I have been in US for some time. Yes, people go there, they take the education. The main reason they don't want to come back is maybe they are getting, okay, salary is one point, but a better lifestyle. But that is to do with the brain drain. But for me, very important thing, and again, when I was listening to Vidyalanta also, what kind of courses you're offering, I did not see masters in biomedical. So that is one thing. Maybe in few years' time you can start that. But so for biomedical students, I always saw that they are always going to US for their master degree to pursue the higher education. Even for the other fields, they are also going, but mainly for biomedical, I always saw that. Yes, the education, foreign education gives you additional age or added advantage, but it really depends what you want to do with your career. So you become an engineer, so that is a basis of it. You can start, like, that is quite a good education. Now you want to enhance your skills. So only by taking a master's, it may not be that you have to enhance your skills. There might be something as a soft skills. There are other skills which you can take from within India or within abroad also. And today the world is so, let's say, smart that you can do everything online. So most of the courses are also available online after doing your bachelor's degree to get your additional qualification. So yes, some of these things are only available abroad. They are not available in our country today. It is recognized in many of the foreign countries as well. Like, they always look at your education. If you are graduated from UK, you are graduated from maybe US, they are given more preferences in those countries. But I know quite some people who are educated abroad. They have come back to India, and definitely with the vision what our Prime Minister also put it, like Atmanirbhar Bharat. So that is also helping a lot of this, let's say, aspirants, or I would say the established entrepreneurs to come and set up their establishments even in India. So yes and no, abroad education will give you quite a good age, but brain drain is definitely up to you whether you want to go and settle down over there or you want to come back and do something
For your country. Okay. Yes, you can add, please.
So there's a very interesting point right now. My friends, there are a lot happening in India right now in terms of the focus being on startup innovation, right? But we don't see it also. But if somebody is trying to go abroad, doesn't matter which country, I would say the quality of life on a daily basis is better. Because kilometer realistic in terms of in 5 minutes I can reach somewhere. Here I might take half an hour. So those are the differences. But from a sheer opportunity perspective, if your generation, if you're enterprising and you want to start a business, there's a good possibility, more than 50%, that a person who's going there and doing a job and way better salary, here. From your business perspective for the next generation, India is a point, you might make 1,000 times more money than the person who's doing a job. If you're focused on the whole startup and innovation. Same thing happened in China
Okay.
25 years back. So everybody's looking at India right now. Talent is not a defect, but your generation need to develop skills, apply that knowledge, solve new problem, build the companies, be job creator. So this place might be much better. To argue this point, every investor in the world is looking at India as an investment opportunity. So why not you to leverage that to build the company?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, now this is once again open to all the three experts. Okay, we all now use ChatGPT. Okay, from many years we have been using Google to search something. Okay, this search engine, and now especially from in recent year, the development in generative AI, large language models. Okay, all this technology, innovative technologies, is it killing the creativity of young minds? What is your opinion?
See, creativity has nothing to do with search engines. Because basically, you have to be creative and then start searching. Right? So essentially, the first step is creativity. And then comes the practical application. So it's not the other way around. Right? You Google the idea and then you become creative. You wanted to be creative, so you are thinking of something, how to now apply it. So it's not about killing the creativity person. The problem is we don't want to be creative. We want to be followers. By default, by day one, we have been cultured to be followers. That's the problem. So the creativity has to start at the beginning. Getting 100% marks, getting good job, getting good wife. This is what we have been cultured to learn. We don't want to be disruptive. We don't want to be creative. Nobody in middle class family think that, okay, son, you go, don't you fail out of engineering, doesn't matter, do a good company, start startup. That's the problem. The creativity starts there, which we are killing it, not the education.
Any opinion, sir?
I think, like it or not, right, this whole new innovation is driven by very young people. They're not the old people. I call them digital forces. And at that age, you don't listen normally. If somebody between 18 to 24, if they have the idea, you want to create next activity or some other thing, right? So this is going to move very fast. So what does it mean? I think it means that two things will happen. A, it will, on a positive side, it will create a level playing field. That means everybody will get similar knowledge very fast. Nobody can say only I know. Because other guy can ask any AI service and find that thing. Right? So what does it mean to the job? Right? For the creativity. It will force us to think original, be creative. Otherwise, you will not able to differentiate yourself. So in a way, it might also force us to be more.
Exactly. Okay.
So that's a positive aspect of it.
Correct.
And there are many companies in Silicon Valley. They're hiring engineer. They ask you, do you have any creative profile? And trust me, if you're less on engineering, if they see a good creative side of it, they'll get the first chance and a better salary. So art and engineering goes together. Another example is, you say digital transformation, UI UX. It's a creative aspect.
Right.
But it's having every new product. Right? So going forward, it is not just one thing, it's a combination of things.
Okay, so in a way, it is helping also to become more creative. Sir?
No, for me, again, I agree with the same thing. The first thing is who is doing all these applications? It is humans. Like we are only developing this application. So, and what I have seen again in the industry is we are only seeing one application which is becoming a successful or powerful or let's say applicable. But there are so many startups which are doing similar kind of applications which are fading in a day or two, or because they don't have funds or they don't have capacity to address that. So creativity is a lot, and it is there with each and every individual and the way how they are going to put it into their sorry, put it into their application. So for me, again, it is I agree with both of them that the creativity will be always on the top. Whatever happens, we have to be creative. We have to come up with different ideas, different solutions to the same problems. Just to give you an example, we all know CT scan machine.
Mhm.
So CT scan machine, when it started, let's say 20 years back, we used to call it as a two slice machine. So only two slices of the man, okay, take a round and get the image. We were happy with that. Today we are talking about more than 500 slides in
Oh
one
God.
So imagine the creativity. So the diagnosis, what we were able to get with two stent, yes, maybe that we are able to do similar or little bit better. But now the technology has changed, and all this has come because of the creativity. So,
Okay.
and it is that's why when you ask me about this question about the 10 years down the line, what will happen? It is unimaginable. Like what people will come with and where the technology will take us with this creativity. So finally, creativity is driving the technology.
Okay.
See, itself, if you can see this kind of seminar itself is a creativity.
Yeah.
When I used to, I mean, when I tried my engineering.
Yeah, yeah. Even exactly.
Actually, anything of this kind. Tell me what to do.
Can you use the pod mic?
Sorry.
Can you use the pod mic?
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Can you talk a little louder because the last people can hear. Thank you.
So, pre-admission process, again, one
So I have not convinced so many see, first of all, so today, if you are not yet decided about biomedical engineering, maybe up then you can start thinking the thought about it, like why you should go for biomedical. Now, the second thing, you should be learning. You should have some interest. I would not say biology, but the human, let's say, aspect of because when you go to biomedical, most of the jobs are available in the hospital related instrumentation, industry, whatever the job you are talking about, coding we are talking here about. Take any machine within a hospital. It is the basis elements. Then you need coding on top of that. But finally, there has to be an interface between the machine and the doctor. And the doctor is not, let's say, technical person. So you have to be, you are like the interface to first show them what your machine can do. So there are many things that you are able to say that, read them, again, service them. And again, there are some people who are more interested in developing, let's say, the technology. So for me, when I see people, people are not really interested in biomedical that much. Another aspect I always see that because they think that the scope is not much in India, there are not many companies, but don't think that. There are some exhibitions. Let's say Google that, just Google for something called ICE or Arabic. These type of exhibitions, and you will be surprised to see that there are more than actually 10,000 companies which participate in these type of exhibitions. So it is a huge industry. And when you say about decision, yes, biomedical engineering is always required, whether it is COVID, whether there is no COVID, or everybody is still healthy. You always need the medical industry. So again, when we talk about IoTs, these IoTs are also part of biomedical engineering. So we have an interface, and there is always an interface between the community towards let's say biomedical or medical instrumentation. So yes, the industry because there is a great potential. When I see it again with the rest of the part of the world, I do see a lot of biomedical engineers getting good opportunities. And I'm sad to say that I don't see those many Indian biomedical engineers coming from Maharashtra. So I do see there are a lot of colleges which are built recently in south of India, many people are coming from there. I do see, like I do not see those. So I would like to encourage people, unfortunately,
this all, as I said, this is all people go by the notion. Currently, the notion is IT, so people want to get it right. Things will change drastically. Reason being, as I said, biomedical, again will change. When you say biomedical, you always think of a maintenance engineer. That is the notion we have. Once you say biomedical engineer, who will be machine चालू करेगा, machine बंद करेगा, वो खराब होकर चालू करेगा. That's the notion we have. And that's the coded thing which anybody wants to. But biomedical engineers are way beyond these notions. But as I said, they are not so much. I'm trying to tell what kind of things are pacemakers. Actually, biomedical engineers are pacemakers. So there are so many things biomedical engineers can do. Your status quo. What we see is the diamond BP machine, all those things have changed a lot. It's all done by biomedical engineering. But it needs to be prominently come up front to the fore so that people can understand that this is also getting very good approach. Is that right? It will be similar.
Exactly. And just to add to that, like when you heard my profile, like, you did not hear much about biomedical engineering. You heard cloud computing, workflows and analysis and data mining. So though those are IT background or IT things, every field needs that, and biomedical just needs it much more because we are in COVID. It was quite how much population is affected, how many are over 40, how many are below 40, what are their conditions. So these kind of statistical analysis is also part of basically the biostatistics, the big data analysis.
If you look at admission, you know what? If you look at their syllabus, it's totally different than what is being offered here. So they have computational data science, 3D printing, AI, right? And approaches application based. Within that, they can pursue two paths. Either you can go genomics based research, learning algorithms, or you might want to go to sports industry to design a new medical device. Challenge here, basically, we are because there are no products. Most of the products are pretty noisy. So what happens because of that? There is no core development. So you don't have a core development. The jobs become sales, G-sales, rentals, right? Things are going to change because everybody is saying India is in the class. So most of the big medical devices is now being for sales. When that happens, obviously we need more skilled people. So they can drive requirements going forward. So I think that's how the change will happen. And no more it is an IT and electronics separation in my opinion. Most companies are going to change their business model. In your context, I saw already electronics based maker. So based maker. So by IT, I can send my data from the cloud. So every company business model going forward.
They will not run in an old way. They might offer this as an additional service while they are a medical device. It's going to go like that. Okay? And trust me or not, you may not like it. Pretty much every company is going to be run by software. Think about Amazon, think about any company. So, but it is going to be a combination of smart devices, and smart devices requires fundamental electronics. That is going to be the foundation. You have a cloud to connect, and you will see AI and services. So that is the new world. So we should look at that way. So I think branch specific is different, difficult to say. I would encourage, irrespective of the branch, when you do first year, second year projects, do it across the branches. Okay?
Multidisciplinary.
That would really help you to explore, what is being needed.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you'll really figure out what is your interest by the time you reach third year. Till that point, it doesn't matter.
Okay, similarly for biomedical graduate, what kind of higher education opportunities available? What kind of MS or something they can pursue?
As we saw, there is nothing. I have not seen anything in India as of now, like masters
at
or
least
anything. So it is
abroad.
mostly abroad. There are a lot of opportunities, or I would say colleges available in Europe as well as in US. Just to give you some examples, like designing of the core systems within biomedical, like for example, designing of a MRI coil. Just to give you an example, there is a huge thing going on again in the medical industry is a bioinformatics or healthcare informatics.
Mhm.
So that is going on a very high scale. Again, which can be linked with the computer science or with IT. But when you are coming from biomedical background, you have the idea how the hospital works. And believe me, hospitals are really complex. So when you enter the hospital and when you come out of the hospital, there are a lot of things which happen within the hospital. And for that, if you are coming or if you are into that industry, you would know that, like, for example, today, I think everybody is getting their images or reports on WhatsApp or in the patient portal. But there is a huge amount of work going in the background as well. And all these things are not only, let's say, the software driven, because one part is the software. You have to also look at basically the security aspect. So there is a security in medical devices. So in my profile, like, again, it was mentioned, and maybe you wouldn't have got it, but something called as a HL7 or DICOM. So these are the different protocols which are used within the medical industry, which is again IT based, but that brings, let's say, the patient context within, let's say, within the IT world. Now, if you talk about if you talk with an IT person, a lot about hospitals and patients, believe me, after some time, he will not be interested. So no. So what happens is when you as a biomedical, when you are in the hospital, there is a huge scope. And again, when we look at the higher education will bring you to a lot of aspects about, as I said, medical informatics, the core designing of the instrumentation within Europe and within US. Okay. And yes, there is, again, as we are saying, that once you study or learn those courses, there is always an opportunity to come back to India, apply yourself, and bring it to the next level.
Okay.
See, in fact, currently, Visakhapatnam has got special medical devices park where only research and development on medical devices is being done. And they have plans to put up another 3 throughout the India. So like we have got ACZ for IT, things have changed. We have got the IT specifically for medical devices, which is already running with about 60 companies actually manufacturing devices in Vizag. And that too, including all the testing facilities available for certification. Because there is a lot of certification involved in biomedical, like avionics. Biomedical is one of the sector which requires a lot of certifications.
Okay, there is one more misconception which I have seen is like biomedical engineering is a substitute for medical field, or it is something related to core biology.
Not really.
So if you can clear that doubt.
No, that is absolutely not certain. First of all, again, I don't know exact syllabus in the biomedical curriculum, but when I studied, the biomedical engineering was including with anatomy, physiology, but not a very intense. So, for example, as you said, like pacemaker. So, to understand the pacemaker, first you have to understand how the heart works, and very basic, like what are the different things within the heart. So, if you want to put a pacemaker, what is the what should be the specification of the pacemaker? So that's why you need to know these subjects. There is something a little bit of biochemistry or physiology. So that is also a very important. You need to know the circulation system. So I think most of you have gone under, let's say, ultrasound. So ultrasound is again a part of electronics. But then when you look at the biomedical engineering, and if any of you become a biomedical engineer, there is a lot of scope as an application specialist. Again, that is quite close when you are working with the doctors, but you are not going to replace the doctors or.
No, it's about 30% biology, medical, and 70% technology. It's sort of that. So you learn whatever you want to apply. That's it. You don't learn to actually correct it.
Okay,
As an engineer, our job is to show this is wrong. Now it's your headache to how to cure it.
correct.
Simple. We are engineers, we only show.
I can just add one thing to that, but I'm nowadays seeing a lot of doctors coming to biomedical field. So they are leaving their medicine field.
Oh,
They are coming to the technology field. They are learning couple of, let's say, the software courses. They are taking those courses. And now they are, okay, coming to our community to within this industry.
Yes. Recently, I met a doctor who wanted to develop a toothbrush with a camera inside. The idea is, he said, he's a dentist. He said, I want my patient to brush with that toothbrush. So I'll have the daily data of what the cavities are and how the formation is. This will be on cloud. So when it comes to me, I don't need X-ray. Just the moment it
great
comes in, I
idea.
can see and tell that is the problem you have. So there are a lot of things which are going on. I mean, that's what the creativity is not mandatory requirement there. You could be doctor, you could be engineer. Creativity starts with something else.
Okay.
So even a stethoscope, normal stethoscope, there are so many different options we can think as an engineer, which can be implemented in stethoscope, but they have not yet done. We are still using a similar one. You can actually do many things once you have the data. That is the heartbeats of the data. You have the analysis. All the world is open to you to do all kind of manipulations.
Okay, so that was the last question from my side. Now I keep the session open for the aspirants and parents. So if you have any queries, any questions for our experts in any particular domain, okay, in the second session of the program, there will be detailed admission procedure. So not regarding detailed admission procedure right now, if you have any query, any question related to any specific domain, then you please ask. Yeah, sure. Volunteers? I want more questions in biomedical.
Hello, hi. I'm sure everyone here attending might be doing their engineering. Obviously, they are here to be an engineer. And I just wanted to know how you help them to do any further studies after completing the engineering, say abroad studies. In terms of how you guide them to have further studies. Say, if someone has done biomedical and as such, we don't have much more things to do further here in biomedical in India. So how you help them to do MS or something in abroad or something? Is there any help from your side?
Okay, you are asking from Vidyalankar Institute of Technology side.
No, from the institute or how they help a student for
Generally,
further
if
studies.
I talk about VIT, then
Yes.
we have a separate cell for that. Okay, career counseling cell. Okay, so they help all the students in terms of three aspects: placement, higher studies, and startups. So when they are in second year, we ask them, okay, normally they may have some little idea that after completing fourth year of graduation, I'll be doing job, or I want to go for MS, or I want to have my own startup. Okay, so we get their preferences, and according to them, according to their preferences, we divide them into groups, and then they are separately given training sessions and all. So we have career counseling cell in VIT. Other institute, I'm not aware of how actually they guide. So this type of seminars, and we call experts, and we have discussions with them, and they tell us what kind of opportunity, what is the scope available to do higher studies. Everything is possible, and that is being done in at least VIT. And not only biomedical, all the branches.
I'm a biomedical engineer.
Okay. Yeah, anyone else? Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, sir. These days, we are not getting a confidence whatever education we are getting in the market ना, for example, I'm talking about computer science. अगर मैं 10 साल पहले बात करूं या 5 साल पहले बात करूं, तो हमें कॉन्फिडेंस था, जहां से भी अपने पढ़ाई कर रहे थे, वहां पे हमारे अंदर एक कॉन्फिडेंस था कि we can face the world. But these days I'm seeing कि बच्चों के अंदर वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. इंस्टीट्यूट को जो कॉन्फिडेंस बच्चों को देना चाहिए, मतलब एवरी करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज, जैसे मैंने आपके यहाँ पे देखा कि मतलब प्लीज डोंट माइंड इट,
Sure.
आई एम ओनली गिविंग एग्जांपल टू यू. जैसे आपने सरस्वती वंदना आपने उस पे चलाई, आपका ये साउंड सिस्टम में आपने चलाई, मतलब यू कैन इंक्लूड द चिल्ड्रन आल्सो. आपके स्कूल में बहुत सारी गर्ल्स होंगी जो अच्छी सिंगिंग में होंगी, तो वो भी आके यहाँ पे सरस्वती वंदना कर सकती थी. दिस इज ओनली माई एग्जाम्पल कि जैसे हम बच्चों को कितना हम उनको उनके अंदर ये कॉन्फिडेंस लाएं कि वो इन एवरीवेयर दे के पार्टिसिपेट. बच्चों के अंदर क्या है, वो कॉलेज तो जा रहे हैं पर दे आर नॉट, मतलब दे आर नॉट गेटिंग अ गुड एक्सपोजर. जैसे मतलब मैंने बहुत जगह सुना है ऐसा कि आई डोंट नो अबाउट योर इंस्टीट्यूशन. सो बच्चे के अंदर वो कॉन्फिडेंस आना बहुत जरूरी है. इन स्कूल लाइफ ऑल्सो सम चिल्ड्रन आर गेटिंग द कॉन्फिडेंस, यू कम एंड टेक पार्ट, बिकॉज वो बच्चा जो है जो बचपन से स्मार्ट है वो तो आगे बढ़ता ही रहता है. पर जो बच्चे एवरेज है उनमें टीचर सोचते हैं कि हम क्यों इनमें एफर्ट डालें, क्योंकि वहां पे टीचर को स्पेंड करना पड़ता है ना टाइम, पर एक्चुअली उन्हीं बच्चों को ज्यादा जरूरत है. फिर वही बच्चे कॉलेज आते हैं, कॉलेज में भी सेम सिचुएशन होती है. सब बच्चे बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, कुछ बच्चे शाई होते हैं. तो मतलब मैं बहुत जगह देखती हूँ कि जो बच्चे थोड़े शाई होते हैं उनको टीचर्स भी इतना अफोर्ड नहीं डालते या प्रोफेसर्स भी. तो एटलीस्ट एक ऐसा ग्रुप होना चाहिए कॉलेजेस में कि थोड़ा साई बच्चों को भी थोड़ा सा मतलब उनको भी चांस मिले.
Okay,
और वहीं पे उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बाहर आता है.
Okay, I'll interrupt you here. Again, if I talk about VIT, we have a concept of mentor-mentee.
Okay.
Okay, so what we do is starting from first year, each class is divided into group of 15 to 20 students, and that particular group will be assigned to one faculty member who is mentor, and remain mentor till final year.
तो मतलब आप बच्चे का टैलेंट मतलब देख लेते हैं आप लोग, वहाँ पे ऐसा है कि यू कैन गेट द कि हर बच्चे में कुछ ना कुछ तो टैलेंट होता ही है.
Obviously, so each mentor keeps meeting with mentees. Okay, they interact with each other. Okay, कुछ बच्चे इतने भी shy होते हैं कि even within that group they are not opening up. Okay, so even sometimes professor has one-to-one interaction with the child, and if you have any problem, okay, if you are not going to talk in group, okay, you can directly tell me.
हाँ, तो होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए बच्चे का. ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट मतलब अगर है कि पढ़ाई के साथ साथ.
That is what the practice we follow at VIT.
Okay, thank you for that. That is very, very important for these days.
Thank you.
Especially.
Any questions for experts in a particular domain? Yeah. Excuse me. Mike.
Sir, I am Amrish Sawant here. I want to ask you a question. When in 1993-94, there was software engineering, means commerce students also could do this course, and they software engineer हो जाते थे. So why need computer? What is the difference between computer engineer and software engineer? Now उस वक्त जो commerce student थे या science student थे जिन्होंने वो software engineering का course किया, 95 A level का course और ट्यूलेक का होता था, जो ये मतलब साइंस वाले भी कर सकते थे, कॉमर्स वाले भी कर सकते थे, और वो लोग आज अच्छी जगह पे है, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स है. तो अभी अगर ये लोग सॉफ्टवेयर जो कोर्सेज उस टाइम पे कोबोल था, या फिर अगर देखते तो फॉक्सबेस था, या सी से शुरू होता, सी प्रोग्रामिंग, या यूनिक्स था, यूनिक्स पे प्रोग्रामिंग होता था. सो वो जो उस वक्त के जो स्टूडेंट थे वो अभी वेल सेटल्ड सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स या इंजीनियर्स कहलाते हैं. सो अभी का जो इंजीनियर है, जो 4 years डिग्री इंजीनियर कंप्यूटर कंप्यूटर साइंस है या IT है, और वो अगर बाहर से अगर कोई सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग का ये जो अभी पाइथन है या फिर जावा है या डेटा स्ट्रक्चर या ये सब चीजें अगर करके वो लोग खुद को प्रिपेयर करते हैं, तो उनमें और इंजीनियर्स में फर्क क्या है? या वो अगर CS करता है, CS BSc या IT BSc करता है, और वो अगर वो कोर्सेज करके अगर उसको वो खुद को उतना प्रूव करता है और इंजीनियरिंग करता है, तो मैं जानना चाहता हूँ इंजीनियरिंग सॉफ्टवेयर
Yeah, I got your question.
Electronics engineers, mechanical engineers, they are different. Computer engineers, computer science, and
I got
IT
your question,
electronics.
like anyone can do some courses and become successful in industry.
Yeah.
Okay, like if I talk about
mechanical engineering or civil engineering, without that particular engineering course, no one can become proficient in their particular career. But if I talk about software engineering, then anyone can do any kind of software engineering course and become successful. That's what you mean to say.
Yeah.
The why to do a computer engineering?
It's not, yeah, it's for means B and normal software engineering courses. I want to means मुझे difference चाहिए कि B
Okay,
and that software engineering courses.
एकदम सिंपल देखा जाए ना, तब जैसे आप विंडोज यूज करते हैं, लैपटॉप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, राइट? विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, उसके ऊपर हजारों एप्लीकेशंस है ना? तो विंडोज बनाने के लिए अलग दिमाग चाहिए, इंजीनियरिंग दिमाग चाहिए, है ना? एप्लीकेशन बनाने के लिए सिंपल कोई भी कर सकता है, सिर्फ लॉजिकल थिंकिंग चाहिए। तो एक बहुत फर्क है उसमें, मतलब कि सिस्टम साइड प्रोग्रामिंग करनी है, आपको प्रोडक्ट क्रिएट करना है तो आपको इंजीनियरिंग सीखना पड़ेगा, और सिंपल ऐप करना है एक लैंग्वेज सीख के तो कोई भी कर सकता है, ऐसा नहीं कि कर नहीं सकता है। मतलब एक ब्रॉड डिफरेंस बता रहा हूँ मैं, मतलब डिटेल में नहीं।
You mean to say डिटेल्ड में अगर करना है तो इंजीनियरिंग चाहिए, और नॉर्मल अगर तुम्हारा पेरोल्स या ये सब जो छोटे छोटे, उसके लिए आप बोलना चाहते हो ये तो सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर कर सकते हैं।
अभी एक प्रोडक्ट कंपनी होती है, एक सर्विसेज कंपनी होती है ना। आज अपन ऐप किस पे चलाते हो? तुम फोन पे चलाते हो ना ऐप, मोबाइल पे। कोई
सब्जेक्ट कौन से अलग होते हैं जो सॉफ्टवेयर के, और अगर करते हैं हम लोग
इंजीनियरिंग, मतलब जो कंप्यूटर साइंस है और जो रेगुलर प्रोग्रामिंग है, मतलब सिंपल लैंग्वेज सीखना है, सिर्फ लैंग्वेज सीख के नहीं आ सकता है ना। उसमें बहुत ज्यादा काफी कुछ कवर होता है, सारे टेक्निक्स, मैथमेटिक्स होता है, बहुत सारे प्रिंसिपल जो नॉर्मल इसमें नहीं हो सकता है। किसी को खुद ही सीखना है। ऐसे एग्जाम्पल है कि लोगों ने विदाउट गोइंग टू स्कूल ऑल्सो सब कुछ खुद सीखा है। बट अगर ब्रॉड लेवल पे डिफरेंस देखा जाएगा, अगर एक प्रोडक्ट बनाना है आपको तो उसके लिए इंजीनियरिंग दिमाग चाहिए, वो जो स्किल है, जो नॉलेज बेस चाहिए, तो वैसा फर्क आएगा।
See, if you are asking me, like you are from commerce background by chance, so a tally we use, right? So for making tally, you require engineering background, but customizing tally software reports, you require only any Tom, Dick and Harry can do it. So software, the core idea is not only the coding. Engineering doesn't mean coding. Again, I'm telling you, if there is a concept कि मैं computer कर रहा हूँ तो only coding. Engineering is not about coding. Coding can be, as I said, people in 7th can do the coding. Engineering, any engineering for that matter, let it be electronics, biomedical, it's not about what you see on the first page of the book. There are so many things which are inside the book. तो कहाँ से क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है? Why we say first year is common across all the branches. Engineering का आप देखेंगे कोई भी in Maharashtra, I don't know, autonomous also is same.
Yeah.
Entire India level पे first year is common for all the branches, whether it could be electronics, mechanical, IT, computer, because all the core basics are required, which will somehow help in the final year or the third year of the product, which you will not able to learn. जैसे we do it, for example, even if up to vocational courses, even in 10th, 11th, we have got special vocational courses. So that is in addition to your normal 12th. Why? Because that will give you some additional advantage, which will be used. 12th के बाद if you go to diploma, first year आपको exemption मिलता है. You go into directly second year. Diploma के बाद आप engineering आते हो, you directly come into second year because you leave that. तो हर चीज का एक basics जो है वो आपको पढ़ना पड़ता है. So it's, if you talk about only coding, कि भाई 4 command लिख दिया और मेरा programming हो गया, so I am an engineer. No, वैसा नहीं होता. Even engineer, even I'm saying after 4 years of course engineering, if he says I write 4 codes, then I'm not saying he's an engineer.
So अगर CS में या IT में एडमिशन नहीं मिलता है और अगर वो लोग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स करते हैं, उसके बाद फिर सॉफ्टवेयर्स में अगर ये उनको जाने के लिए वो अगर ये जावा या फिर वो जो कुछ है जितने कोर्सेज कंप्यूटर्स के वो अगर कंप्लीट कर दे तो उनको वहां पे इंडस्ट्री में उसको डिमांड है किस तरह से?
वही तो बोला सबसे आई मेड द स्टेटमेंट पहले बोला,
मुझे वही पूछना था।
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स करके
मतलब यहाँ से उनका इंजीनियरिंग का स्टडी हो जाता है और वो टॉपिक्स करके वो वहां पे एडजस्ट हो सकते हैं।
करेक्ट, परफेक्ट।
फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ईयर में उनको पूरा फाउंडेशन मिल जाता है। वो जो इंजीनियरिंग का फाउंडेशन चाहिए वो फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ईयर में मिल जाता है। आफ्टर दैट इवन दे आर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और EHTC इंजीनियर, दे कैन लर्न दिस सॉफ्टवेयर स्किल्स एंड बिकम सक्सेसफुल इन इंडस्ट्री।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much for arranging this webinar, and thank you everyone for sharing good insights. At least now I am slightly inclined towards electronics or biomedical. So I want to understand from the industry standpoint, how do you see a gender biased for electronics, mechanical? Because see, software or IT for that matter is like, it's not gender biased. You have females, males there. But from these two sides, or three sides rather, electronics, mechanical, and biomedical, do you see gender biased?
No, I mean, with gender bias, the industry is biased towards gender?
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
No, my experience is actually completely different in the sense that, yeah, the same, but different in the sense in biomedical, you will see a lot of ladies coming into it, and especially for one reason, because it is an application oriented towards medical industry. So for example, after this, you can become an application specialist. You will be a good application specialist if you are a female, because you will be, your job is more confined with the doctors, maybe with the lady doctors, with the staff within the hospital. And let me tell you, I'm coming from a biomedical family. My wife is biomedical engineer and my daughter is going to pursue biomedical engineer. So both female, they are going to in biomedical industry.
Thank you so much. One more question on biomedical. Do we need PCM or PCB to get into that?
PCM, engineering PCM.
No, PCB will help.
PCB
But
will
PCMB
help.
is the better.
No,
PCMB is better.
Biology is not mandatory for
No,
biomedical.
PCMB is better. What help is, I mean, ultimately you are going to study, as I said, physiology, anatomy. These are the two subjects which you are going to learn in biomedical, which are essential, which I have to also learn when we did my post-diploma. I got nothing to do with electronics that time. But then these are part of it. So PCMB will definitely help.
Thank you so much.
Again, believe me, it is not that difficult to learn human anatomy.
Okay, I'm Dr. Varsha, head of the electronics and telecommunications. So want to answer your query about gender bias. In 1991, when I joined electronics, I was the only girl in my class. So that time also I did not face this issue. So it should not be there right now also.
So from training standpoint, I don't see that should not be a problem. But when I look at practical applications,
No, not at all.
No, mostly if you see my experience, particularly gender bias is a little different. I mean, the IT, if you say you want to go on site, people are very happy to send their daughters to US. Now, when it comes to our industry, when I say, okay, you want to go to Lucknow, you want to go to Delhi, they're afraid. So the gender bias doesn't come at the industry level. The gender bias will always be at the parent level. We face this lot of issues. And all efforts.
Okay, any other question?
First of all, thank you very much to all the panelists for the wonderful guidance. My question is, if a student is getting admission in electronics and telecommunication, as you said the importance, if by any chance, by second year, if the students want to change his stream, so is it possible? Means
this is very specific admission related question. Right now, our experts are domain specific. Okay, but now to just answer your question in brief, National Education Policy, NEP 2020, is now being implemented from the academic year 23-24. So there are so many provisions available in NEP, those policies. So let's see, this type of options also will be there mostly.
Okay, means that is possible.
Yes.
Currently you permit from after first year you can change the.
No, right now it is not very simple.
If the space is available, vacancies are available on the subject to the.
But then also like it is not very easy. But if NEP, it will be implemented now with NEP policy, like it will become very transparent and very easy.
The student can, in case if he or she wish, she can go for any other courses like.
I didn't get your question.
If the student, if she or he is getting an admission in, for example, electronics and telecommunication, okay, but by any chance, if she's not able to do, or she has got some other interest in some other courses. So is it possible that second year he or she can switch on to other courses?
Okay, now see, again, I can answer this question from VIT point of view. Since last year, we have been awarded autonomous status. So we are in the process of upgrading our entire syllabus. So we have made a provision that third year onwards, that is semester 5 onwards, they have specialization track, as well as they have honor minor degree provision available. Okay, so if a student from EXTC wants certain subjects to be done from, say, computer engineering or biomedical engineering, then the student can register for that particular degree program. Okay, so that will be an additional honor or minor degree awarded to the student. So student of one branch having core knowledge of that particular branch with additional knowledge of another branch. So that provision, at least VIT has made. Other institute, I'm not aware of. So within branch, there are specialization tracks. So it kind of specialization within that branch. But if courses of other branch attracts you and you want to have knowledge of that other branch courses, then students are free to select those courses also from semester 5 onwards.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, here you have some question.
Sir, my question specific to Mr. Gharapure, sir. Can you elaborate the electronics and computer science? Because you say so that electronics is now next 10 years, it will be the more helpful for next generation. So can you elaborate on that subject, electronics and computer science?
See, basically what has happened is they have made a sandwich, because most of the people want to go in computers. But at the end of the day, as I said, hardware is the one which actually runs the system. So why not create an engineer who can do the electronics engineering and have the additional knowledge of computer itself in those 4 years? So that after 4 years, he did not waste another couple of years to understand the computers, or other way around. If he's a computer engineer, he wants to understand the embedded system, then again, he has to spend minimum 2 years to understand the electronics part of it. So they have made a sandwich course where specifically embedded systems or the where with the hardware and the software combination is required mandatory. So as I said, electronics could be pure hardware, computer could be pure software. So there are few things which requires the knowledge of both. So instead of asking him to go another 2 years in doing MS to understand those things, they have created a course wherein he can have both the things together. So that is how the ECE has come up. Similarly, AI, ML, data sciences. So they are trying to create a focused engineers. As I said, electronics is a generic engineer, electronics communication is a generic engineer, computer is a generic engineer. But when ECE will make, he will make a focused engineer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Anwar. Sir, when I was in 12th standard, I have noted all the problems of railways, and I have designed and also studied what is Hyperloop, and I have designed a project in which railway will be upgraded to Hyperloop. So I want to ask to which engineer specifically I should reach so that they can guide me that what I should do next for making this project on ground. Means specifically civil or mechanical.
I think, I understand that you have already done some, let's say, groundwork on hyperloops and study for that.
Yes.
You know, it is not one specific engineering when you look at such a complex project. So, you know, there is a, like, hyperloop is, it's an electromechanical system. So definitely you need the mechanical side of it, maybe electrical side of it, because these are high intense machines. So it is not one person whom you can reach, if you ask me, but it should be more of a consortium where you can bring your ideas to with maybe a company or maybe with a group where you can discuss this and then take it forward. So it is because in today's world, it is not confined to one engineering. When we talk about this one, you might be having a lot of software component as part of it. You also have the electronics component as part of it. What I have seen is there are groups which are driving these ideas, the innovative ideas. So again, I'm not sure whom you can approach here.
No, what I suggest is you approach RDSO, Railways Design and Safety Organization, Lucknow. You write to them, they are the perfect people to answer these queries. Because they are the one who, even if you want to implement it, they are the one who will need to certify it. So you have to approach to them and they will be the correct person to guide you. RDSO, Lucknow.
Even when I will be in first year, will colleges be interested in making this project? Means at least stage 1 or stage 2, which I have designed.
That is how you want to choose a college which will actually help you in getting this kind of practical trainings. So this is what these kind of seminars are. So you can ask this question in the later half of the seminar. What kind of things college will help you?
I think at Vidyalankar there is not civil or mechanical.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have civil or mechanical. We have 5 streams: computer engineering, information technology, electronics and telecommunication, electronics, computer science, and biomedical.
See what you can do now. There are at least more than 100 innovation incubation center in India right now, with many institute, and anyone can go anywhere. So, and you can get a small seat, get the expert advice. So see which innovation incubation center is focused on this kind of project, and you'll definitely find some expertise there, or at least they'll help you to facilitate in a way to coordinate.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So with this, I can conclude. From all this discussion and advice and important points from the experts, ultimately one should do that one love to do. Okay, do not follow the mad rush. First decide, first identify your strength, what you are good at, what you want to pursue, and then follow your dreams. Okay, so I thank all the experts. Thank you very much for.
If I may.
Yeah, sure.
More important, don't forget, it's engineering only. Have some fun. It's not studies anymore. This is good life in engineering also, because I had seen people who prefer BA BCom because they want to enjoy. Engineering has also far better opportunities in fun as well as the expertise life, good life. So please make sure that you enjoy whatever you do. Don't pursue because somebody is forcing you. That's the simple way. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm wishing you all the best for your mission admission. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Bharti to take over the session for the detailed admission procedure.
Thank you so much, sir. And I heartily thank our team of experts and Dr. Vipul Dalal, sir. With this, we come to the end of this session. And this is also the end of the first half of this guidance seminar. I'm sure it has helped you all exceedingly. It was a beautiful session indeed. And आप सभी के चेहरों को देख रही हूं तो दिख रहा है कि हर शख्स कुछ सोच रहा है, कुछ तो बहुत कुछ। किसी के चेहरे पर कोई सवाल है तो किसी के चेहरे में लाखों सपने और किसी के चेहरे पर उलझन। लेकिन एक बात कहूं, गौर से सुनिएगा, समझने का प्रयास कीजिएगा। सोचने से कहाँ मिलते हैं तमन्नाओं के शहर, सोचने से कहाँ मिलते हैं तमन्नाओं के शहर। चलना भी जरूरी है मंजिल को पाने के लिए। जी हाँ, चलना भी जरूरी है मंजिल को पाने के लिए। तो चलते रहिए। और आज यहाँ उपस्थित आप सभी जो निकले हैं अपने सपनों को साकार करने, तो हम आपको आश्वस्त करते हैं कि अपनी मंजिल को पाने की ये जो यात्रा आपने शुरू की है, इस सफर में हर क्षण में टीम विद्यालंकार आपके साथ होगी। इस बात के लिए आपको टीम विद्या अलंकार की ओर से आश्वस्त करती हूँ। और अब बढ़ते हैं हमारे दूसरे सत्र की ओर। But before we begin with the second half, I would again like to give you a quick overview of the flow of the seminar. In the second half of the seminar, we have details on admission process by Ms. Rucha Kulkarni and her team from Vidya Alankar. This would be followed by an interactive question and answer session by the audience. It is an honor that we have with us Ms. Rucha Kulkarni. She is the Chief Operations Officer Vidya Alankar. And I would like to share that she is an engineer from the University of Mumbai and has over 25 years of experience in the education field. Now, I would take the opportunity to request Ms. Rucha ma'am to brief the audience about the engineering admission process, and I request her to start with the second half of this guidance seminar. Please, ma'am. Welcome.
Can I have a mic? Cordless, if possible. I have to use only this. Okay, very good afternoon, students, parents. Just now you had a panel discussion and they all have given very, good information about the different branches of engineering. And now it's a time basically to know the process that you are actually following. The first part of it is already done. That is verification of documents. And can you please switch on to the next slide, please? See, I'm sure that all of you must have already filled in your application forms and you must have got it verified. The date is getting extended, every day and day. Even just last evening, we got to know that though today was the last day of getting your applications verified, it is again getting extended. Now it's 11th of July. That's the last day to get your, I could see now students are now really tired of, because till the last day gets over, you are not going to get your merit numbers, okay? And only then after the CAP process is going to begin. So, I mean, we all are helpless, but then need to wait till the process begin. So today what I'm going to share with you is what is the admission system overview, then seat distribution, about option form, the CAP rounds. Of course, I'm not going to speak about engineering branches and scope because we already had that. And then we will soon come for any questions that you have in mind. I'll be here to answer the same. Okay. So can you please quickly go through the next slides? See, you all will be participating in CAP. The process to seek admission to any seat in Maharashtra. CAP is the major process. But again, let me tell you, that's not the only process. There is another process independent of CAP, that's institute level, which is applicable only to private colleges. And by now, all colleges must have started, selling their application forms for their 20% of the seats. When we talk about Mumbai, except two government colleges, that's VJTI and SPCE, rest all colleges are unaided. Means these all colleges have 20% of their seats which are filled at the institute level, for which a candidate has to go with the separate application. But of course, CAP registration is mandatory even for those seats. The question could be, okay, when those admissions are going to start. So as these are institute level, so institute reserves the right when to start. In general, no institute would start, okay, before CAP, because nobody want to get into cancellations of admissions and again getting readmissions, because till the cutoff date, every candidate is eligible to get refund. So even if a candidate would like to book his or her seat in institute level, and if at all any institute has started with the admissions, a candidate would definitely like to see once going through CAP whether I'm going to get a better than what I have, and would like to cancel or keep, based on the options. So that's the reason both would go generally hand in hand. So you may approach maybe 3 to 4. That's the general advice I give to students, that 3 to 4 such institutes to look in for institute level. I mean the application part of it. And of course, CAP is the major process which you already have started with, for which you have already filled in single application form. You must have got it verified and now waiting for the option form, the actual process to start with. Okay. And next slide, please. So the first part is over. I mean, a part of the first part is over. That is verification is already done. I'm sure here, whoever is present, the verification is done, or somebody is still waiting for their e-verification and it's still pending. Good. Because majority of the candidates, those who were getting it pending, they must have shifted to physical and you got it verified, right? Rather than waiting to get date extended. So now looking at the trend, if 11th, as they have mentioned, is the last day to get documents verified. So then after maybe, you know, somewhere around 12th or 13th, if that date remains same, you may expect the merit rank that you need to log in and check. Maybe a day or two they would give to candidates to apply for, if any, grievances with respect to your rank. And then the final merit rank would be made available. So if 11th they keep as the same day, we may expect somewhere around 16th or 17th would be the day when you can expect your final merit rank. So each candidate is going to get a state level merit number. So you would come to know where you stand in the state. And apart from your state level merit number, your respective, based on your candidature, you are going to get certain ranks. Remember, whatever may be, you know, your other ranks are. Right now, also on mahacet.org, when you see the cutoffs for CAP 1, 2, 3, so whichever rank that you see in any of the categories, that number, remember, that is always the state level rank. Okay, so don't get misunderstood by कि मैं समझो for example, OBC NCL ka cutoff dekh rahe ho. So you don't have to look at once you get your rank of, say, OBC NCL. Okay, so that rank that you see is always the state rank. Otherwise, if you misunderstand that, that will you know, give you some wrong set of options that you are going to write. The feasibility may not be the right one that you will go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Hello. Yeah. So note down your merit rank. So once you get your rank, that will give you a clear feasibility. Why rank? Right now you have your percentile and you must have already checked with your percentile, like last year with this percentile, what are my chances of getting into which all college? Now this year, once you get your rank, that will give you much more idea about where are your chances, because the results this year, what we see the statistics, though it is not yet made available on their official site, but it is what we have read it in paper, is around 30,000 plus students have scored above 90 percentile. As against last year, it was somewhere around 20,000. Okay, so the rank is the one with the help of which you can check the feasibility. Okay, so you keep your options, means your college course combinations ready on a paper, but once you get rank, that will also give you a clear idea. Again, this year, the process for JOSA has already started. So students who have already allotted seats, they would not participate in CAP as against last year. So we always need to check, like you can't just blindly go with what was followed last year. Okay, so though those all students must have applied, I mean, they must have done their registration, so that may give you your rank on a little higher side. But when you actually start filling your option form and when you will have your first allotment, okay, you can expect that, okay, you have got a better one, because all those students who have already secured their seats in IITs, NITs or IIITs, they are now not at all going to participate once the CAP is going to start, which would be somewhere around 20th of July. Okay, because till 11th, though, only verification is going to take place. So then when the actual cap is going to start, so you need to go through the seat distribution, means you already know now which all colleges and the branches. And then at this stage, prepare the list of your college course combinations. And when the cap 1 will start, you have to actually enter the data of options, minimum 1, maximum 300 options one can write. Of course, nobody would go till 300. So based on your rank, you will be writing the number of options. So that is how the rounds would go on. Yes, next, please. So as I said, you will be following the process, may be cap and or institute level. You would cater to different types of colleges, all government aided colleges. Again, in Mumbai, only VJTI, SPC, and the deemed university, that's ICT, Matunga. So being VJTI, SPC government, all seats are state seats only through cap, and all are on the basis of CET. Okay, so no JEE main quota for VJTI and SPC. All admissions here would be done only on the basis of your CET rank. ICT being deemed university, there are 30% of the seats based on JEE main rank and 70% are the state seats. Now, other than VJTI, SPC, as far as Mumbai is concerned, rest all colleges are unaided. May it be an autonomous unaided college like Vidyalankar Institute of Technology or SPIT, and the other minority colleges may be DJ Sangvi, Thadomal, Vagera, Vagera. So in all these colleges, 80% seats are filled through cap and 20% institute level. Okay. Now, the cap rounds are allotment type. Allotment means you are not going to be present when the allotment takes place. Your job is to fill in your option form, submit it, and allotment will take place, of course, on merit, but in a computerized manner. So you will not be called like here in a hall and okay, rank 1 would come here, then rank 2. So no such real-time vacancy position will be in front of you. Okay, chalo VJTI CS ka ek seat gaya, dusra gaya, tisra gaya. That's not going to happen. There is nothing called counseling round. All rounds are allotment type. Okay, and that's the reason filling option form is very crucial, because allotment will take place on the basis of what options you have mentioned and what is your merit. So computer is not going to check कि ये बच्चे के लिए इसमें सबसे कौन सा अच्छा है. How you are going to write your priorities or your preferences, that's going to give you a good allotment. Okay. So for that, what you need to do is understanding the seat distribution, means how the seats are distributed. Can you just go to the next slide, please? So as I said, in any college, okay, in engineering, the number of seats per branch are generally 60. Like even in our college, what we have is like 120 intake. When we say it is multiple of 60. So here I have taken example of 60. So a college like VJTI, where computers or say mechanical, electronics, 60 seats in each. So all 60 seats are through cap, being a government college. Okay, and it is only on the basis of CET. So no JEE main quota, no institute level quota. But reservation as per Indian Constitution is applicable, that's 50%. So a candidate need not look at, okay, I've got 60 seats. You need to understand what type of candidate you are. So when there is a 50% reservation, means for a class of 60, 30 seats for open category, 30 for reserved category. In our state, there is 30% quota for girls candidates. So that gives in each category 30% of 30, so 9 seats each. And so 21 seats are general. General means, again, these are the seats for boys plus girls. So if a boy is from an open category, he need not look at, okay, I've got 60 seats in computer engineering in VJTI for me. No, I've got only 21 seats. That's the way one has to look at it when you have to check the feasibility when you are giving your option form. Okay. So next one. As I said, other than VJTI, SPC, rest all are unaided colleges. So a college like Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, which is unaided and non-minority, means no reservation for any linguistic or religious minority. So, and it's autonomous. So here, how the seat distribution is, you could see the red part of it. That's 20% of the seats, which are institute level. And so the remaining 80% of the seats are through cap. Now through cap, the number of the types of seats are, of course, 15%, 15% seats are all India seats. Now, all India seats means, of course, you all are eligible for it, but along with you, even students from other states are eligible. But when we have seen the trend, very few students who are from other states, they come to Mumbai for colleges to study. So actually, the competition is amongst our state students only the basis, the merit is JEE main rank. Now, for those seats, there is no reservation, no girls quota. So it is only on the basis of JEE main. So that's the reason you must have uploaded your JEE main scorecard also. You must have got it verified. And so you are going to even get benefit of, okay, for these seats. That's the reason we always tell students that you must upload both the scorecards, right? No matter whether you are qualified or not qualified for, advanced, that has nothing to do with it. Now, remaining 65% of the seats are state seats. That is on the basis of CET, because all state seats are on the basis of CET. Reservation is applicable 50% and even 30% girls quota is applicable. Okay, so that is as far as unaided college, which is autonomous like Vidyalankar is concerned. Now, a college which is a non-minority but not autonomous. The next slide, for example, say Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology. It's not non-minority, but it's not autonomous. Again, being unaided, 20% seats institute level, 15% seats, that is all India level. Now here in these cases, there are seats which are OHU, means outside home university candidates. A student who has not taken his boards from Mumbai region. So a student who is from say Pune, Kolhapur, Nagpur, they are eligible for these seats. Remember, again, staying in Mumbai, if those, the students who do not have that facility. So we do not have these seats getting filled up. But yes, during CAP 1, CAP 2, again, those reservation remains. Why I'm telling you, because you need to just understand what these things are. There is nothing that one has to by heart. But why one has to go for betterment in each CAP round? Because when the final CAP round, when all tags are removed, when we see that, okay, OHU means there are no students who are other than home university interested taking admissions in these, those seats are again available for all. So that's how you can expect betterment. Betterment nahi to kahan se aayega? The seats remain same, right? So that's the reason you need to just understand this quickly. So there are OHU seats, and of course, you being a home university students, 70% of those 65%. So that comes to 27 seats for a class of 60 for Mumbai students, okay, in colleges which are non-autonomous. Next is minority colleges. A minority college which is autonomous, say for example, DJ Sanghvi, being unaided college, as you know, 20% seats institute level where anyone can apply, and rest 80% seats are filled through CAP. Now, out of these remaining seats through CAP, major thing is 51% of the seats are for their minority. Okay, so minority seats in these colleges are filled again through CAP. तो जो बाकी 29% बचते हैं उसमें से 15%, so that comes to hardly 2 seats on the basis of JEE main and the remaining on the basis of CET. So comes to around 15 seats for a class of 60. अभी इसमें से क्या देखना है कि when we see cutoffs for college which is like DJ Sanghvi or any minority college, all India cutoffs are on a very higher side. Why? The reason being, number of seats are very less. Okay, so when you understand, you will come to know. नहीं तो होता क्या है कि अरे इसके cutoff ज़्यादा है, तो ये अच्छा है क्या? So you need to understand why those cutoffs are also high, because the number of seats itself are only 2 for such colleges. Okay. Next, a college that is minority and non-autonomous. Next slide, please. Say for example, Thadumal. यहाँ पे भी वही होता है. 20% institute level, 51% यानी for a class of 60, 31 seats तो जाते हैं minority को. 2 seats are JEE main, and out of 15, 4 are for OHU and 11 are for Mumbai students. Okay, so this is how seat distribution is in different colleges. So once you know how I need to read the cutoffs, because आप जब mahacet.org पे जब आप cutoffs देखते हो, you come across such abbreviations, right? OHU, HU, a seat offered to HU for OHU. So all these are based on these seat distribution. So with this, now we'll understand what exactly the option is, because when the first CAP, can you please switch on to the next slide, please? So Option is basically a 9-digit code, a unique 9-digit code. When the first cap round will start, you will have around 3 days, maybe 3 to 4 days at the most. And that's the time you have to select the college, the branch. So when you click on a particular college, a 4-digit code will get fetched. So clicking on, say, Mumbai region Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, a 4-digit, that's 3139 will get fetched. So your option form would appear as a series of 9-digit codes, wherein first 4 digits are for the college, the institute. The first digit is for region, Mumbai. So you will find all colleges in Mumbai starting with a digit 3. Say Pune colleges start with a digit 6. Okay. Then you are going to select the branch of engineering. So say computer engineering, the 3-digit will get fetched 345. Next digit by default, it would be 1 because all colleges run in a general shift. And the last digit is for the type of seat. For general seat, it is 0. And 1 means a candidate is applying for a TFWS, provided a candidate is eligible, that is tuition fee waiver scheme seat. So a student who's, it is purely based on the economic status of the candidate, has nothing to do with the gender or minority, vagera. So if the family income is less than 8 lakhs per annum, those who are applicable, you must have already submitted the income certificate and documents. So such candidates will also get a TFWS merit number. A candidate then can choose institute, course, and the type of seat by writing last digit 1 as tuition fee waiver scheme seat. Now, these seats are over and above sanctioned intake in every college. These are 5% of the seats over and above sanctioned intake. Okay, so that's the reason we have not seen TFWS in reservations. So students, if write last digit as 1 and if get seat allotted, their tuition fee gets waived off. That's the advantage of it. Okay, so a candidate who is eligible for TFWS would have a combination of course, general seat and even TFWS seats. But otherwise, for rest all candidates, the last digit is going to be 0. So in short, your option form would be a series of such 9-digit codes. A college, course, general shift, general seat. Same college, some other branch, means you are utilizing another option. Okay? Some other college, you can apply to any college in the state when we say cap. So say 6146, some college in Pune, telecommunication, general shift, general seat. A student who is eligible for TFWS, last digit 1, 1T gets fetched. So in short, this is what is option. In short, it's a combination of college and course. When the cap is going to start, that should not be the time for you to decide now what will be my options. Okay, I hope by now your options should be ready on paper, right? So that's the time you have to only do data entry. So decide the branch of your interest that, okay, this is a branch which I would like to study. We already had a big session on SAVE. So identify a branch of your interest. Also maybe 2 or 3 allied branches I would be interested in. And then next you have to decide on which colleges I would like to go with. Okay. So the colleges, you have ample of time. In fact, the DT has given you much more time to decide on. Please switch on the next slide. So the DT has given you more time to even go and visit different colleges that you would like to get into. Can you please switch on the next slide? Yeah. So, I don't want to get into again much more into branches, just go with the colleges. So you need to now select the college where I would like to study. Okay, based on the teacher, you always like to get associated with a college where teaching is good, okay, where the placements are good. The track, placement, it depends on how well you do engineering. No matter what the placement record of the college is, ultimately how well you do engineering, that's going to give you a job. Down the line, 4 years, okay, only having graduation, in fact, now itself is not sufficient. So your aim need to be going for your higher studies. So as they have rightly said, okay, first 1 or 2 years would be the years when you can actually introspect and see that what are my likings, and then make a call or take a call that, okay, whether I would be interested in going ahead with management or in technical, then may it be in technical, whether I would be going for my MTech or for MS. So we would be having such sessions for students when they are in their, second year, towards the end of second year. Not only that, once the colleges, just before your college begin, we would be having a session on that would be going to be a webinar, and you all will receive the messages for same. But I would be also sharing on how you should spend 4 years of engineering. Okay. So what one need to do when you are in first year, then second year, then third year, then fourth year, how your focus should be during these 4 years of engineering. The last line which he mentioned, that you should enjoy engineering. But in true sense, how you should enjoy engineering, that also we would have a separate session. It's not into this admission process. So point here is the fee structures for all colleges are different. The fees is, of course, by the FRA, it's by the regulatory authority. So a college charging a particular amount of fees because the kind of infrastructure the college is offering. Okay. So go and visit the colleges of your interest. You can actually see the campus, see their placement boards, how the way like you have today come to VIT, you could see, how the college is. That gives a confidence when you are going to actually give preferences to colleges. The distance that, like where you stay, where the college is, of course, one should not lose on a good college just because of distance. You can always check out now in these days what arrangement you could make where one can stay nearby. So with such acceptable list of colleges and courses, your options should be ready. Just go to the, Now preference need to be given to a course or a college. You need to form a balance. Okay. You should enjoy these 4 years. So go with the common allied branches and a good college because you want to complete your engineering also in 4 years, okay, in a good company with good students. So need to form a balance between college and a course when you are giving preferences. Yeah, next. Now, how I should list down my options. So it's your option form. No one else can fill option form for you. A student may feel that, okay, I would be comfortable studying any of these branches, may be computers, IT, telecom, ECS from college A. So these would be my first 4 options. And then with the same set of branches, college B, then college C. So you could see the arrangement is college wise. Some other student would feel, no, I want to be a computer engineer only. And my choices would be for college A, B, C, D, E, but computer engineering, one should not then go to college XYZ just to stick to a course. What I mean is, then you can go for a branch, say IT with A, B, C, D, E, okay, with the same set of colleges. So here you could see the arrangement is branch wise. I always advise students, one should not blindly go with college wise or branch wise, rather it should be on the merit of the option. Okay, so for example, being a very good rank, if my chances are getting into a government college for computers, that's being my first choice. Then my second option, it's a government college, I would go with IT. I have no problem. Okay, the question was, okay, what's the difference between computer and IT? From the industry perspective or what they have said is different. But from the academic point of view, let me tell you, as far as the syllabus is concerned, there is no difference between computers and IT. Because when you are going for a job, okay, directly after your graduation, whether you are from computer, IT, telecom, mechanical, TCS, sabko hire karta hai based on your aptitude. So job is different, but when you are going for your post-graduation, so a student who wants to go for MTech, one has to take GATE, that is Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, which is hosted by IITs or IISc. So for GATE, it's a common paper for computer and IT. So they are not differentiating, okay? Whether you have done your graduation from CS or IT, all will be taking the same paper. Means for your MTech, you are going to get, you all will be equal. If you are planning for your MS, again, you are eligible for the same set of programs in any of the universities. So it's not going to matter. So when you are going to choose a college, you can always go with allied branches. There is no problem because these are same branches, okay? So now it comes to feasibility of acceptable options. When you are going to write your options, once you get rank, you need to check that, okay, my options should be such that I'm going to get my seat allotted. Because right now you only know your percentile, you must have listed your options. So once you get your rank, that will give you much more idea because even the ranks are mentioned in the cutoffs, okay? Again, the branch popularity varies. Students won't fill the option form exactly the same manner. तो cutoffs change होंगे लेकिन drastically नहीं होंगे. ठीक है, थोड़ा फर्क होने ही वाला है. Yes. So organize your options as some would be dream कि यहाँ तो नहीं मिलेगा मुझे. So have them. There is nothing wrong. You never know with betterment if your dream comes true. Optimistic options. Optimistic means, as I said, this year, the other admissions are already done. There would be number of students who must have already taken admission in some private universities because their cutoff dates are also nearing. Okay, so they would not participate. So I have chances of getting into these, though my rank or my percentile is not reaching to the cutoffs of last year. I'm just falling little short of it. So those all would be your optimistic options, and there would be set of realistic option कि ये तो मुझे definitely मिलने वाला है. So categorize them like this, because when the cap is going to start, okay, what's the logic of that allotment? It is purely on merit. So you need not bother that, okay, what my friend have written option at which location, I mean, which position. Just to give you an example, this is a form for a rank 1001 and below merit to him is 1002. This student has mentioned one of the option at its 18th position, which you could see here, 1002 has written at the top. So 1001 should not bother कि अरे उसने तो वो top पे लिखा है तो उसको मिलेगा क्या? Why this student has written it at 18th? Because for him 17 are better than 18. Okay, so if he's not going to get till 17th, 18th, if it's available, will be offered to him first, because without 1001 getting checked, 1002 आएगा ही नहीं. So you need not bother about what your friends have written options at which position. Okay, it's going to be your option form. These are your preferences. Yes, next. Go to the next slide, please. So this is important. When such individual form on merit is searched, it's a sequential search. See, you have listed your options. Okay, you have indicated that first one that you have written is your most preferred, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth. So this is as per your preferences. Nowhere you have to indicate that, okay, I'm applying for a girls quota, or I'm applying for a minority seat, या मुझे JEE main पे चाहिए, या मुझे CAP CET पे चाहिए. What is an option? First 4-digit college, then 3-digit is your course, general seat, general shift, general seat, right? So the program takes care of respective merit for the respective type of seat. It's a sequential search. Means what? It will first check in for the first option for the candidate as per merit. जैसे rank 1 का होगा form, उसके बाद rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. Likewise, the forms would be checked in. So for this particular student, when the program would check for the allotment, first option, okay, seat not available. Second option, not available का मतलब आपको नहीं दिखेगा. I'm just explaining you the logic behind it. Not available because, say for example, if this happens to be a form of rank 1001, तो उसके ऊपर जो 1000 बच्चे हैं, उन्होंने वो इंस्टीट्यूट के वो सब सीट्स उसके लिए अलॉट हो गए. So this option is not available for the candidate. Second, no. Third, no. अभी समझो ये बच्चे ने खाली 3 ही options लिखे, minimum 1, maximum 300. Outcome of the round for the candidate would be no allotment. That is danger. Okay, because in a very first cap round, you must get a seat allotted, right? That's the reason one should not just write dream options कि चलो मैं next round में देखता हूँ, anyway I'm eligible. Because once the seats, first round, all seats are available. Okay, round 2, round 3 are going to be only the vacancy rounds. That's the reason you always need to have number of options available. चलो fourth option यहाँ पे लिखा है. Now see that if that's available, search ends, one has to accept it because search ends at a very first available vacancy. उसके बाद जब allotment आने के बाद student को लगता है अरे मुझे तो fifth option वाला चाहिए था. So then it's gone because you have lost then on a good option. You cannot come down. It is what I have said, you have to prioritize your options. Why you have written 4th over 5th? Because you prefer that. Okay. So that's the reason you need to do quality analysis and prioritize your options. Arrange your options as per your preferences, dream at the top, then optimistic, and then realistic. If you follow this, definitely you are going to get seat allotted, and then keep on going for betterment. The general question is how many options I should write. So there is no thumb rule for the same. मेरा state rank समझो 5, 10 ऐसा है single digit या 2 digit. I can afford writing 4, 5 options, right? Then it all depends on where your rank is. Then obviously the dream would be little, very less, then number of optimistic and then realistic options, right? Make sure that if not this, I'm going to get definitely seat allotted. That's the reason the cutoffs are there for you of last year. So there would be 3 rounds of CAP this year. With the beginning of round 1, you are required to fill in your option form, submit. एक बार आप confirm करोगे, उसके बाद you cannot make any change. So students, keep in mind on a very first day when the CAP 1 would begin, जल्दी में आप options तो भर दो, लेकिन confirm मत करो. Have a day with you to rethink कि चलो मैंने proper किया है कि नहीं. Because once you submit or confirm means that your options will get locked. And if you don't lock, automatically जब खत्म होते हैं 3 दिन अपने आप वो lock हो जाता है, ठीक है? So you submit it and then the allotment will take place, and on a day mentioned, you have to log in to check the type of seat you are allotted. Okay? So once allotted, next one. Once allotted, जैसे आपको एक seat, this is just one sample I have given. VJTI Electronics is allotted. Once allotted, you have to secure it by paying 1,000 rupees online. Means you are going to accept that allotment. It is not that you are confirming, but I'm just securing that seat which is allotted to me so that I can then either freeze or go for betterment in the subsequent round. Okay, next one. Now, what I mean is when you pay 1,000 rupees and secure a seat, you have an option to freeze. Freeze means I'm happy with my admission. I'm no more interested in further betterment. So when you click on freeze, candidate would be out from the subsequent CAP rounds, but your admission is confirmed. If allotment happens on your topmost option, very first option, then it is auto freeze because there is no better option above 1. Then it is auto freeze. इसीलिए realistic option कभी भी top पे मत लिखना. Because if that gets allotted, it's auto freeze and there is no way you can then have betterment. ठीक है? So you have option to freeze or go for betterment. Almost all students, just please go with the next slide. So in round 1, when a seat gets allotted to your option 1, then it is auto freeze. Student is out from the further CAP rounds. And as per the schedule, a candidate then has to go to the allotted institute, pay college fees, submit your originals and be happy with it. Wait for the college to start. Now, if allotment happens to any option 2 onwards, then you need to secure a seat by paying 1,000 rupees and click on no freeze means you are going for betterment in the subsequent round. Almost all students will go for betterment. Okay? So you also would be going for betterment in the next round. तो पहले राउंड में ऐसे सब बच्चों के लिए सीट्स ऑप्ट जो करेंगे on the basis of merit, number of seats will get allotted. And then after the first round, the entire seat matrix means again seat distribution, vacancy position will be available on the site. तभी आपको पता चलेगा कि अभी इतने इतने colleges में इतने इतने seats vacant है. Now those would be the seats, means these are not opted by students, so they are vacant, right? Or a seat which is allotted to student, but a student has not paid 1,000 and he has rejected it. But those chances are very rare in today's scenario because all top rankers, maybe now they have already gone with the JOSA and they have secured their admissions. Okay, their 3 rounds are over now. So now there is no way that they would come back. See, had it been this process in the last month, तो जब तक उनका नहीं होता था, they would have secured the seats और reject कर सकते थे. अभी तो वो नहीं है. So vacancy position will be displayed and the second round will start. Now, unfortunately, if a candidate do not get any seat allotted, he is automatically eligible for the second CAP round. When you are going for the second CAP round, yes, you are allowed to edit options. But I always advise that at the very first stage, if you do your homework properly, there is no need to edit option. You just keep on going for betterment to check कि चलो मुझे जो seat मिला था उससे better अभी आगे मिल रहा है कि नहीं मिल रहा है. Then the second cap round will start. Again, you need to just check whether you are allotted a better seat or not. Better means समझो आपको 7th option allot हुआ था, तो अभी betterment के लिए गए हो, तो it may so happen you are still at 7. Just again go with the betterment in the third cap. या किसी को जैसे 7th option allot हुआ था, now he's been shifted to option number 5. Now you cannot go back to 7. You are offered a better 5th, so that is your fine. I mean, the secured seat. You don't have to again even pay 1,000 rupees. एक बार ही जो भरा है, you are offered a better, so you are now on the 5th position. Just again going for betterment in the third cap round to check if any of the first 4 are offered, right? So with this, then the second cap round gets over, and then the last third cap round will start. Now in the third cap, that is a final cap round. Here all tags will be removed. As I said, OHU, AI, ये सब निकल जाएंगे. So all seats vacant are vacant seats, and the program would run for allotment. Here you can expect, if at all, any betterment. ठीक है? And that is the time, it's a final allotment. इसके आगे कुछ नहीं, because cap is over. So that is your finally allotted course and the college. So go to that college, pay your entire college fees, submit all your original documents, and wait for your first year engineering to start. So once cap gets over, whichever seats remain vacant, okay, through this cap process, then such vacant seats are shifted to institute level seats because cap is over. Okay. So other than those 20% seats, that's the time you may find there are seats available even at institute level in different institutes. So the other independent process which I mentioned, that is institute level, will go on. So do not lose hopes. Secure seat through cap, and if you feel that, okay, I may get better in any of the institute level, keep on checking with the institutes of your interest. Till the final cutoff date, okay, you are entitled to get refund if you apply, if you want to cancel admission and go with the other option. What happens is, if any student cancel, I mean, if he gets any better option, so that particular admission getting cancelled, the other student would be filled in that place. So such, vacancy that gets percolated, in fact. And then you still stand a chance to get into a good college. All unaided colleges, because VJTI SPC to government college hai, baki every college is unaided, and not a single unaided college can afford keeping any seat vacant for the 4 years. So till the last day of the admissions, okay, you can keep on checking ki kahin pe bhi cancel hota hai. A time would come when the institute will also call you if you have filled in the form that, okay, we have a seat, if you want, you can come and take it immediately. Okay, so that's the reason one can go with maybe 3 to 5 such institute level forms if interested, to take a just a chance that, okay, I may get in an institute even till the last cutoff date. So this is how the process would be. Since the first phase is not yet over, maybe by 20th, if we expect to start with cap rounds, by the time the process would get over, it would be maybe mid of August. Okay, and then your engineering colleges will start. So as I said, once the cap rounds would get over, or towards that time, we would be also having a webinar for all engineering aspirants on how you should spend 4 years of engineering, what you should do, what you should not do. So you can attend that, and we will definitely inform you regarding the same. Now, any queries if you have with respect to this process, you can ask me. Yes. You will get one is the state level merit number. You'll get all India rank for your JEE main. Those who are from any particular caste category will also get category merit number. Those who are from minority will also get minority merit number. Girls candidate will also get girls merit number. Okay, so with that, you will just come to know where you stand in a particular community, not more than that.
But for JEE and CT, different merit numbers are there, or one merit
देखो
number?
CET का जो rank है ना, that is for state seats, whereas your JEE rank is for all India seats. Merit considered for different types of seats is different. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that after cap round, the seats.
Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah, the seats remaining vacant get added to the institution quota. So there also reservation quota for
No,
it's purely on
for
merit.
institute level seats there is no reservation.
It's purely on merit.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Excuse me, the first round, are we eligible for betterment?
Yes.
Even if
It is based on your option. Na? If you have not freezed and if you have gone for betterment, you are eligible.
Is there any reservation for CBSE students?
No. The board is not going to matter at all.
Okay.
In fact, the board marks are only for the eligibility and that part is already over now. It will be available once the cap will start, but still you can download our mission admission brochure from our website with www.vidyalankar.org. If you visit our website, on a homepage itself, you will find first year engineering admission process. What you could see here, if you click on it, you will find this download mission admission booklet. In that, we have given information on all colleges in Mumbai, their minority, non-minority status, the fees that is charged by the college, and cutoffs, first round cutoffs, and even the codes. Okay.
Ma'am, institute level quota, it is on merit or first come first basis?
No, it is on merit. First come first होता तो अभी तक सब खत्म हो जाता था.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Actually, मैंने जो सुना था तो बोर्ड अगर डिफरेंट हो तो उसके लिए रिजर्वेशन है, ऐसे है क्या? मतलब इसलिए मैंने पूछा कि सीबीएसई के लिए.
नहीं.
ओके, जेई के लिए कोटा होता है?
CBSE is basically standard 12th marks, right? That is considered only for eligibility.
Okay.
The board has nothing to do with the merit.
एडमिशंस के लिए कोटा नहीं होता उसका?
No.
ओके, जेई का
है ना 15%.
एवरी
ऑल
कॉलेज.
इंडिया अनएडेड कॉलेजेस VJTI SPC में नहीं है.
ओके.
लेकिन ऑल इंडिया कोटा, ऑल इंडिया सीट्स जो होते हैं ना, वो है जेई मेन बेसिस पे ही.
सो उसके लिए कुछ अलग
नहीं, आपने अभी जो
करते वक्त?
नहीं, अभी रजिस्ट्रेशन करते वक्त जेई मेन का स्कोर कार्ड भी अपलोड किया है ना, सो दैट विल बी टेकन केयर फॉर द ऑल इंडिया सीट्स.
थैंक यू.
यस.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल सीट्स जो है, दैट इज इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल का मतलब क्या है कि इंस्टीट्यूट हैज अ राइट टू फिल दोज सीट्स, ओके, एज पर देयर शेड्यूल. तो अभी कोई भी कॉलेज ने चालू ही नहीं किया होगा. आई मीन इट ऑल डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम कॉलेज टू कॉलेज. इट्स अ डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड प्रोसेस ना, इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल इज. सो कॉलेज A must have started, B has not started, C must have started. Generally what happens is colleges wait for the cap to start.
Hello, ma'am.
Cap के साथ में पैरेलली वो
जनरली पैरेलली चला जाता है वो, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि चलो यहाँ पे एडमिशंस ले लिए, फिर कैप तो चालू होगा ही एज पर शेड्यूल. और समझो एक हाथ स्टूडेंट को कैप में लग गया है सीट और उसको अच्छा लगा, उसको इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल का कैंसिल करना है, तो वो कैंसिल करने के लिए बोलेगा कॉलेज को. कॉलेज हैज टू गिव ओरिजिनल्स बैक. एडमिशन लेना यानी क्या? यू हैव टू पे कॉलेज फीस, यू नीड टू सबमिट ओरिजिनल्स, ओनली देन द एडमिशन गेट्स कंफर्म. तो आपको अगर इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल का तभी कैंसिल करना है जहां पे आपने लिया है वो, तो आपको वो वापस पैसा तो आपका वो ब्लॉक होगा पूरा, वो आपको रिफंड दे देंगे, बट इट विल टेक सम टाइम एंड देन यू हैव टू टेक इन कैप. तो कॉलेज के लिए भी वो काम बढ़ता है ना. तो इसीलिए जनरली कॉलेजेस कैप का एक लिस्ट वगैरह आता है, उसके पैरेलल ये चालू कर देते हैं कि स्टूडेंट्स को भी आइडिया आ जाता है मुझे कहाँ पे मिल सकता है, कहाँ पे नहीं. तो दे जनरली गो विद दैट, बट देयर इज नो सच शेड्यूल कि चलो ये टाइम पे ही इनको ये करना है.
और उसके लिए सेपरेट मतलब फॉर्म भरना ही रहता है।
इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल के लिए सेपरेट फॉर्म हर एक इंस्टीट्यूट का होगा।
हर एक इंस्टीट्यूट
हाँ, दैट इज डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड, यानी ए कॉलेज के लिए अलग, बी का अलग, सी का अलग, ऐसे।
हेलो मैम,
एक मिनट। हाँ,
दूसरा पूछना था बस, वो ऑनलाइन ही रहता है कि
इट कुड बी ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन।
ऑफलाइन?
Yes, again it depends from institute to institute and they charge for the form. हाँ, तो इसीलिए हम ऐसे 10-15 नहीं जनरली ले सकते ना, 1000-2000 का फॉर्म है तो एक 3-4 इंस्टीट्यूट जो हमको लगता है कि चलो दिस इज वेयर आई वांट टू गेट इनटू, वैसे ले सकते हैं।
हेलो मैम,
थैंक यू मैडम। या
the ranking will be based on CET score only, or will it be like 50% HSC marks?
No, purely CET.
Then why they are saying that there will be a weightage given to?
No, who is saying?
In the brochure they have mentioned that.
No.
Excellent.
No, the information brochure is available on mahacity.org.
Okay.
Only on CET.
Fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
हेलो मैम, अगर हम लोग लास्ट ऑप्शन जो देते हैं उसमें हमको मिल जाता है, लेकिन हमको और बेटरमेंट के लिए जाना है, लेकिन वो सीट भी मीन्स रखना है, अगर बेटरमेंट नहीं मिला तो शायद।
जब आप 1000 रुपीज भरते हो ना, तो यानी आपको मैंने वो सीट लिया है।
अच्छा,
है ना, आपने वो सीट लिया। समझो आपको 10th ऑप्शन लग गया, आपने वो सीट 1000 रुपया भरते हैं तो ही वो आपके पास रहता है। इसीलिए वो 1000 रुपीज भरना तो मैंडेटरी है। अगर वो आप नहीं भरते हो यानी आप रिजेक्ट करते हो, वो तो कभी नहीं करना है।
अच्छा,
है ना, 1000 रुपीज भर के वो आप सिक्योर करते हो।
अच्छा,
बेसिकली वी यूज द वर्ड एज सिक्योरिंग, आई एम सिक्योरिंग दैट सीट।
अच्छा, तो
एंड देन यू गो फॉर बेटरमेंट। तो बेटरमेंट का मतलब क्या हुआ, 10 के ऊपर जो आपने 9 लिखे हैं वहां पे अगर सीट वेकेंट है तो आपको ऊपर मिल सकता है।
तो एक बार अगर हम लोग भर चुके हैं,
एक बार ही भरना है।
सेकेंड टाइम समझो हमको बेटर में
8 बार लग गया।
हाँ,
लेकिन लगे तो वापस नहीं भरना है।
देखना है।
हाँ, तो 8 हो गया ना, वो सिक्योर अपने आप हो जाएगा।
अच्छा, तो फिर उस कॉलेज में मीन्स हम लोग को कहीं पे भी मिल सकता है, मीन्स वो 2 ऑप्शन में।
हाँ, एक हो सकता है कि समझो 10वां ऑप्शन आपको अलॉट हुआ था, आपने 1000 रुपया भर दिया, आप बेटरमेंट के लिए गए, कैप 2 हुआ, कैप 3 हुआ, नहीं हुआ बेटरमेंट, तो जो है वो आपका फाइनली अलॉटेड रहेगा।
अच्छा,
अगर आपको 10वां लगा था, सेकंड कैप में बेटर होके समझो 9वें पे आ गया, तो वो 9वां आपका फाइन हो गया। उसके बाद वापस बेटरमेंट के लिए गए, लेकिन वो 9th ही रह गया, तो वो 9th है, वो कॉलेज और कोर्स आपको वहां जाके पैसा देना है।
अच्छा,
1000 रुपीज एक बार ही भरना है।
अच्छा, तो किस नाम से भरना पड़ता है, मीन्स वो पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज?
ऑनलाइन भरना होगा।
तो कॉलेज के नाम से?
ना।
अच्छा,
कॉलेज के नाम से नहीं। देखो, अभी जब कैप चालू होगा तभी वो सब आपको ऑप्शंस भरने हैं। तभी अभी कैसे शेड्यूल आया है कि ये दिन से ये दिन तक आपको एप्लीकेशन भरना है, या फिर आपको वेरिफिकेशन, अभी आगे का शेड्यूल आएगा कि ये दिन पे आपको रैंक मिलेगा, फिर ग्रीवेंसेस अप्लाई करो, फिर ये फाइनल रैंक, फिर ये डेट पे सीट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन डिस्प्ले होगा। उसके बाद कैप 1 शुरू होगा, ये दिन से ये दिन तक, फिर ये दिन पे आपको अलॉटमेंट दिखेगा, तो तभी लॉग इन करके आप देखेंगे कि चलो मुझे ये सीट अलॉट हुआ। होने के बाद वहां ऑप्शन आएगा कि सिक्योर अ सीट, वहां क्लिक करोगे तो 1000 रुपीज ऑनलाइन भरने हैं।
अच्छा, थैंक्स।
ओके
मैडम, कैप राउंड 80% और इंस्टीट्यूशन कोटा 20%, लेकिन अभी सीईटी के पोर्टल में हम देखेंगे कि कैप राउंड 3 का जो लिस्ट है उसमें भी एक स्ट्रीम के बाजू में लिखा रहता है 30 वैकेंट, 30 सीट वैकेंट, 4 सीट वैकेंट, तो वो कैसे फिल होते हैं? दैट इंक्लूड इन इंस्टीट्यूट कोटा?
थर्ड कैप के बाद जो वैकेंट रहते हैं वो सब इंस्टीट्यूट पे ही जाते हैं।
अच्छा, इंस्टीट्यूट पे आते हैं ना। ओके,
कैप गेट्स ओवर, सो एवरीथिंग इज टू द इंस्टीट्यूट। नाउ अभी जो गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में रहेगा तो वो इंस्टीट्यूट पे उनका खुद का राउंड लेते हैं, VJTI में वगैरह। नहीं, आफ्टर 3 कैप राउंड्स, इफ एट ऑल एनी वैकेंसी रिमेन इन VJTI, उसके लिए फिर होगा वो। बाद में फिर ऐसे भी करते हैं वो कि वो सबके लिए भी रखते हैं, बिकॉज इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, सो एवरीवन कैन अप्लाई। अगेन इट इज थ्रू पोर्टल, बट दिस ईयर चांसेस वुड बी रेयर क्योंकि आवर प्रोसेस इज डिलेड ना, एंड द अर्लियर प्रोसेस हैज ऑलरेडी गॉन ओवर।
हेलो मैम।
Okay, another thing is institute level forms for Vidyalankar are available here on our website, okay, vit.edu.in, okay, and those are without any charges.
मैम, ये इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल जो मेरिट लिस्ट लगेगी
वो मेरिट लिस्ट कैसे लगेगी? मतलब यहाँ पे तो चलो कैप राउंड है, समझ में आता है कि एडमिशन हो रहा है
वो
करके नहीं हो रहा है,
इंस्टीट्यूट पे लगेगी, उनके वेबसाइट
तो
पे।
फिजिकली वहां पे जाना पड़ेगा कि वेबसाइट पे दिखाना
वेबसाइट पे, इट अगेन डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम इंस्टीट्यूट टू इंस्टीट्यूट ना, तो वेबसाइट पे भी वो डालेंगे आपको आईडी पासवर्ड देके, या इंस्टीट्यूट में लगा।
या हम लोगों ने ऑनलाइन फॉर्म सबमिट किए हैं या ऑफलाइन फॉर्म सबमिट किए हैं, तो इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल से हमें कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेगी कि ग्राउंड का कब से मतलब स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे? थैंक यू।
They will generally call you as per merit numbers के from this number to, उनका भी merit आएगा ना, number of, say there are suppose 100 students apply to one institute, so the students will have merit numbers 1 to 100, so they will call okay 1 to 50 should come on this day this time, and that is then
वो इन्फॉर्म करेंगे हमें।
हाँ, and then that is the time you need to carry your DD and ये, क्योंकि अगर है तो तभी के तभी admission confirm करना होता है, so they will give that information.
They need DD only.
Generally they ask for a DD ना, because that's the day. हाँ.
Portal.
Yes.
Portal पे.
Yes. I mean institute के, for institute level. हाँ.
Some institutes offering electronics and computer science courses, and in one institute I've seen that
हाँ बोलिए।
एक डिग्री सर्टिफिकेट बताया उन्होंने, तो उसमें वहां पे वो दिखाया था कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स विद कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड ऑनर्स का जो सब्जेक्ट है विद एआई स्पेशल, मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी का जो सर्टिफिकेट था तो उसपे विद स्पेशलाइजेशन इन एआई वो लिख के आया था।
हाँ।
सो उसका मतलब अभी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कंप्यूटर साइंस अगर लेते हैं तो एमएस के लिए कंप्यूटर साइंस के लिए जा सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ।
और सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लेते हैं तो कंप्यूटर साइंस के लिए एमएस कर सकते हैं?
कर सकते हैं ना।
सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लेते तो
खाली क्या होगा कि वहां जाके वो सब्जेक्ट्स तो पढ़ने हैं ना बच्चों को, तो वो तो समझ में आने चाहिए। वो यूनिवर्सिटी वहां की तो ले सकती है, लेकिन स्टूडेंट ने पहले बेसिक सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ने चाहिए। कंप्यूटर रिलेटेड कुछ जो सब्जेक्ट्स इवन इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स या टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में होते हैं, मे इट बी लाइक कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर वगैरह, वो ले सकते हैं। बट वन कैन नॉट गो विथ अ मेजर कंप्यूटर्स देयर के डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स, और ये अगर यहाँ नहीं पढ़ा है तो।
No, what I want to ask you that electronics and telecommunication ये सब्जेक्ट हम लोग ने लिया यहाँ से डिग्री, हाँ ब्रांच, यहाँ से हम लोग ने डिग्री किया, तो एमएस के लिए अगर जाना है तो कंप्यूटर साइंस के लिए जा सकते हैं?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And one more question is, suppose अभी ये एक बाद में पूछना हूँ, मैं एक्चुअली भूल गया उस।
नहीं ठीक है।
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, अगर हमने TFWS में फॉर्म भरा है, ओके, so सिलेक्शन हमारा उसी बेस पे होगा कि अगर
नहीं, आप अगर समझो ऐसा कर सकते हैं, अगर करना है कि मेरे पहले 10 ऑप्शन सब लास्ट डिजिट 1 वाले हैं, यानी TFWS है, लेकिन मुझे यहाँ नहीं मिलता है तो मैं वापस वही ऑप्शंस लास्ट डिजिट 0 लिखती हूँ तो चलेगा ना। सो बेस्ड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मेरिट, इफ आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गेट इन TFWS but getting into general, then you have to pay that fees, that's all, but at least you will get a seat.
Okay, so हम लोग अप्लाई कर सकते हैं?
Yes, of
वो
course,
लॉजिक।
of course.
Thank you.
तो उसमें आपका वो भी ऑप्शन रह सकता है कि मुझे ये कॉलेज ये कोर्स TFWS चाहिए, नहीं तो ये जनरल भी चलेगा। So combinations all depends on your preference.
अगर जेई का कोर्स विद्यालंकार क्लासेस से किया हुआ है 12 तक इससे, तो विद्यालंकार मतलब उन्होंने उस वक्त पे ऐसे ही बोलते थे कि हाँ आपकी इंजीनियरिंग तक का एडमिशन तक का प्रोसेस हम लोग उसकी जिम्मेदारी लेते हैं।
इसीलिए मैं खड़ी हूँ, प्रोसेस तक की जिम्मेदारी हम लेते हैं।
तो अगर कुछ हो तो आपसे मिल सकते हैं क्या? मतलब अगर एडमिशन नहीं मिल रहा और फिर वो हम लोग को चाहते हैं कि हम लोग वहाँ वो फील्ड में जाए तो
नहीं मैं एडमिशन दे नहीं सकूंगी, लेकिन मैं गाइड करूंगी।
हाँ बस वो चाहिए।
Of course.
हाँ मतलब कॉलेज
even like if you write options on paper and once you get rank, if you feel okay this is a right way to do it, or I need to change, or do I need to add any, you can always come to us. I will definitely guide.
Okay.
I sit at Dadar head office.
दादर हेड ऑफिस, क्योंकि मेरी बेटी अंधेरी में थी।
Okay. Or else, I mean, you can even check with Zaida. We can even speak over conference call also.
After that, can I talk to you for 5 minutes?
Yes. Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
मैम, yesterday हम लोगों ने इंस्टीट्यूट लेवल पे विद्यालंकार का फॉर्म सबमिट किया, तो उसमें उन्होंने डोमिसाइल सर्टिफिकेट पूछा था।
Domicile certificate. See, a student who is born in Maharashtra 10th and 12th from Maharashtra, there is no need of domicile certificate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So the proof of both the passing certificates and birth certificate itself is sufficient for domicile.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Of course, later on also, if you have any queries, once you are in the process, I sit at Dadar head office, so you can contact me there. So thank you very much for coming to our college and attending this session, and I'm sure you must have enjoyed this informative session. Okay, the part 1 and 2 both. Yes. Yeah. Pardon? Yeah. Thank you. That's all. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam, for throwing light upon and explaining engineering aspirants in detail about this admission process of ours. I'm sure this has helped our audience tremendously. So, आपके प्रश्नों से आप सभी की उत्सुकता और जिज्ञासा इस सफर पर चल पड़ने का जुनून देखते ही बन रहा है। एंड इस क्षण कवि नरेंद्र वर्मा की इन पंक्तियों के माध्यम से टीम विद्या अलंकार की ओर से यही कहना चाहूंगी, एक दिन तुम्हारा भी नाम होगा, एक दिन तुम्हारा भी नाम होगा, तुम्हारा भी सत्कार होगा, एक दिन तुम्हारा भी नाम होगा, तुम्हारा भी सत्कार होगा, तुम कुछ लिखो तो सही, तुम कुछ लिखो तो सही, तुम कुछ आगे पढ़ो तो सही, तुम चलो तो सही, तुम चलो तो सही, सपनों के सागर में कब तक गोते लगाते रहोगे। जी हाँ, बहुत दिनों से सपने देख रहे हैं कि इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में एडमिशन मिलेगा, अच्छे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में, पसंद की ब्रांचेस में, एक दिन बहुत बड़े इंजीनियर्स बनेंगे। और कुछ लोग तो अभी आमिर खान साहब पर फिल्माया गया वो गीत भी शायद सुन रहे होंगे कि पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा। तो ऐसे ही सपनों को समर्पित हैं ये पंक्तियां कवि नरेंद्र वर्मा द्वारा कि सपनों के सागर में कब तक गोते लगाते रहोगे, तुम एक राह चुनो तो सही, सपनों के सागर में कब तक गोते लगाते रहोगे, तुम एक राह चुनो तो सही, तुम उठो तो सही, तुम कुछ करो तो सही, तुम उठो तो सही, तुम कुछ करो तो सही, तुम चलो तो सही, तुम चलो तो सही। जी हाँ, और आपके सफर में पुनः आप सभी को याद दिलाना चाहती हूँ कि टीम विद्या अलंकार आपके साथ रहेगी हर क्षण। So now coming to the end of the second half of this seminar, I now request Professor Ambadas Deshmukh, the coordinator of today's guidance seminar on engineering admissions, to deliver the vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the close of this guidance seminar on engineering admissions 2023-24, organized by Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, it is my privilege to deliver vote of thanks on this occasion. Heartfelt thanks to the panelists, the experts, Shri Nitin Kumawar, Shri Anand Gharpure, and Shri Vivek Kilshikar, who shared their precious time with us and share their expertise, valuable insights on emerging areas, opportunities, importance of various engineering branches. We are grateful to Honorable Chairperson Madam, Honorable Trustees, and Honorable Director Sir of Vidyalankar Jnanapeeth Trust for their constant support and wonderful encouragement. We are grateful to our Principal, Dr. Sunil Patekar, Vice Principal, Professor Varsha Bhosle, Chief Operations Officer, Dr. Amit Oak, Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Saurabh Mehta, Technical Advisor, Dr. Sangeeta Joshi, and heads of various departments for their proactive support. Thanks to Chief Operations Officer of Vidyalankar, Professor Rucha Kulkarni Madam, with her team for sharing important insights on engineering admission process. Thank you so much to all engineering aspirants and their parents for attending this seminar, especially on Saturday, and it was predicted as an orange day by IMD. Being a patient yet interactive audience sitting here in the auditorium and watching us too on VIT YouTube channel as well. I wish to extend my thanks to the moderator of today's panel discussion, Dr. Vipul Dalal, and I'm equally thankful to Dr. Varsha Turkar, Dr. Sachin Bojebar, and the entire system team for helping me to organize this seminar. I'm also thankful to FE in charge, Professor Sonali Borkar Madam, Department Academic Officer, Professor Meenakshi Nandula Madam, for supporting me to organize this seminar. I would like to personally thank everyone who has put in the best efforts to make this event possible. Thank you, everyone. On a final note, message to all young engineering, budding engineers, or say future technocrats. Asadhya te sadhya, karita sayas, karana abhyasa tukamane. I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
Thank you so much for your enthusiastic words, sir. And now I request the faculty in charge and VIT student volunteers to direct the audience to M Block lobby for department kiosks and to get information about various engineering branches in VIT and invite them for tea. और चलते चलते आप सभी से कहना चाहूंगी कि आप सभी वक्त निकाल कर यहाँ पर आए, हर्षित हुआ है मन। एक बार पुनः टीम विद्या अलंकार की ओर से स्वीकार करें डॉक्टर मेघा भारती मेघल का सादर नमन। Thank you so much. Thank you.